operations. Also protested expected in capital against the special prosecutor Kisi Ejabing. Also in this bulletin, the NDC is confident of victory amid alleged election errors in Pandai. Details of these and other stories, please stay with us. Thank you for staying with us. Now to the details. President John Dramani Mahama has stressed the urgent need to decentralize the operations of the Controller and Accountant General's Department. Now speaking at the annual conference of Africa Association of Accountant Generals in Accra, he said decentralizing the operations of the Controller and Accountant General's Department is key to improving efficiency and reducing opportunities for financial mismanagement.
We have the issue of decentralization of Accountant General's departments. We have struggled with this for some years, and I think that the time has come when we take bold action about decentralizing the Accountant General's departments. The Accountant General in Ghana manages the payroll of a nurse in my hometown in Bole. If she reports to work, she doesn't report to work. If she deserts her position, her salary continues to go into her account, because by the time somebody writes a letter to the region sends it to the ministry sends it to the Accountant General, some 3, 4, 5, 6 months have passed. And then every year the Auditor General will flag it and say somebody continued to receive a salary even after they had deserted their post. There's a case of the person who died. I'm sure you heard it in the last Auditor General's report. And the officials of the entity attended his funeral. And yet, after the man died, they attended his funeral. For 36 months, his salary was credited to his account. I mean, that is extreme anyway, but it's an example of what can happen, you know, if we don't decentralize and strengthen the process. And so teachers work in the districts, nurses work in the districts, and they form the bulk of our payroll. I don't see why we can't have district treasuries where their payments are made from, so that if they are not at post, it's easier to be able to determine that.
President John Dramani Mahama there. Now, to some agricultural stories now, government is in talks with ECOWAS and the World Food Programme as part of additional measures to reduce the glut of grains and cereals on the market. Speaking at Government Accountability Series, the Agriculture Minister, Eric Opoku, stated that he will be in a meeting with ECOWAS officials on Tuesday, that's today, to decide on the way forward. He said the National Buffer Stock Company is also going through procurement processes to buy the surplus. According to him, the first 100 million Ghana cedis allocated for the mop-up was exhausted within 3 days, yet there's still much more to clear.
Surprisingly, even onion, we are told that over 3 million cedis worth of onion got destroyed on the market because people were not buying. In fact, women in Volta region have given us their word that we should stop the importation of onion because they can produce enough to feed our country. During the beginning of the season, we anticipated that there would be glut on the market, but we were unable to anticipate the quantum of glut. So buffer stock is now going through the procurement processes. It's government money. You can't just step into the market, put the money in your pocket, and then start buying. So they are going through the processes. When they are done, they will get the licensed buyers to be on the field to buy the excess for them. We have also spoken to WFP. They are talking to their counterparts in other areas to see what they can do to mop up the excesses. We have also invited ECOWAS because they also have a responsibility to maintain strategic reserves against emergencies. So ECOWAS will be meeting me tomorrow to see what plans they have to also be part of the process. We are also speaking to our colleague ministers in West Africa and then Africa. Some of them have shortages and they want to see what they can do to buy to support their storage of cereals in those areas. But this is the first time we have experienced such situations, glut in over 2 or 3 decades.
Minister for Agriculture, Eric Opoku, there. This morning, the streets are expected to be busy with another protest against the special prosecutor, Kisi Ejaben. In this report, we detail what planned protest aims to achieve.
We didn't watch him leave. We were powerless. That is the truth. We were powerless. We saw him leave, but we couldn't prevent him from leaving at the airport.
That comment is proven to be the final nail in the coffin for Ghanaians who say they are yet to see any action since the office of the special prosecutor was set up. Since then, pressure continues to pile on both the special prosecutor and the office with calls for a complete dissolution of the institution. The latest in that pressure is a planned protest dubbed Agronifim, questioning why high-profile crimes are yet to see the light of day.
The theme for this demo is Agronifim. We are marching. We are wearing our red, black. I beg me, I wear my gown like this and I will go. This guy, I wear the same gown and I will go and present my case. And if he doesn't listen and doesn't take it, then we'll know the sort of president he is.
Lead convener of the protest, Apostle Abraham Labi Lincoln, wants the office scrapped and the OSP, Kisi Ejaben, to resign.
Let us march. We are marching straight to Jubilee House. Then we petition the president. President, Kisi, we don't hate him. We don't have a problem with all that play. Either it will be dissolved and reformed or sack all of them. Kisi need to be prosecuted. He even said need to be investigated.
Private legal practitioner Martin Pebu, who is backing the protest, wants Ghanaians to join the demonstrations.
Why am I scared? I would not be scared at all. What I said, I still stand by it. And I hope you know that tomorrow there will be a demonstration against Kisi Ejaben. Apostle Abraham Lincoln Labi is organizing a demo against Kisi Ejaben. As we talk now, there are 15 petitions for the removal of Kisi Ejaben. When was the last time you heard 15? Even, the other persons who are subject to Article 146 proceedings. I've never heard of 15 petitions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 petitions. So that tells you that there's something wrong.
While the pressure builds, the former NDC Member of Parliament for Tamale Central, Inusa Husseini, wants Ghanaians to rather support the office in delivering on its mandate.
But that people must understand that fighting corruption is a difficult task. And no one must underestimate the ability of people who have acquired wealth illegally to use their tainted wealth to corrupt other institutions of accountability. You must understand that. Now, they also have the ability, because of the wealth that they have, the money that they have gotten through corruption and corruption-related activities, to hire the best lawyers. That makes the fight against corruption an onerous tax. And that's what we must understand. So the office of the special prosecutor does not need condemnation. It needs encouragement.
The protest is expected to start from the Obras Ward in Accra and end at the Jubilee House, where the petition will be presented to the president. Now to some political stories. Lawyers for the embattled Member of Parliament for Kwandai, Matthew Nyindam, has filed a motion for stay of execution challenging the decision of the Tamale High Court ordering a rerun of the parliamentary election. The Tamale High Court on Monday ruled that the Kwandai constituency must be rerun within 30 days.
Supporters of both the governing National Democratic Congress and the opposition New Patriotic Party in the northern region were at the Tamale High Court for the judgment. The petitioner, Daniel Nsala Wakpal, and the first respondent, Matthew Nyindam, were both present in court. The court, presided over by His Lordship Emmanuel Brew Plange, in a short ruling, ordered a rerun of the Kwandai parliamentary election within 30 days. After the court ruling, counsel for the Pandai Member of Parliament, Sylvester Isang, told journalists he has filed a motion appealing the ruling.
We believe that the petition was frivolous, but the court has decided otherwise. So we respect the decision of the court, but we strongly disagree with the judgment, and we have already shown our aggrievement by filing a competent notice of appeal, and we've added a motion for stay of execution. As a lawyer, if you have picked certain information that judgment will be compromised, you prepare. So you come for the judgment with a notice of appeal in your pocket. And that was exactly what I did.
Lawyer for the petitioner, Nick Bakpo Samoa Adu, believes the court was right in its judgment.
And that's our package for you this morning. For more news, please check our website at 3news.com. I am Enyonam Haliga. Business News is right up.
.7 3 FM.
News here on Sunrise 3FM 92.7. Coming up this morning, Ghana Association of Bank calls for caution. 100 basis point rate cut from the Bank of Ghana as Monetary Policy Committee readies for its announcement on Wednesday.
I'm thinking that maybe somewhere around 100 basis points at the maximum, and potentially will be where the committee will be looking at reducing the rate.
Also, President John Dramani Mahama demands Africa seize full sovereignty over natural resources.
This government took the bold decision to establish the gold board. You won't believe it. The amount of foreign exchange that we get from the gold trade has suddenly jumped so high.
Plus, Finance Minister hints governments to begin construction of 1,200 megawatt state-owned thermal plant in 2026 to secure Ghana's energy future.
This plant will support the provision of reliable and affordable power and secures Ghana's energy future.
Details of these coming to you shortly. Stay with us. Thank you for staying with us. Now to our first story. The Ghana Association of Banks expects the Bank of Ghana's Monetary Policy Committee to reduce the key lending rate by 100 basis points to 20.5%. The MPC is currently holding its 127th regular meeting from November 2024 to 2026. The MPC is currently holding its 127th regular meetings from November 24 to 26, 2025 to review the state of the economy.
Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Association of Banks, John Iwa, urged the central bank to adopt a cautious approach to its easing inflationary pressures as the committee is slated to announce its decision on Wednesday, November 26, 2025.
I would think that they will be very measured in reducing the policy rate in order not to create problem, creating some level of inflation as a result. So I'm thinking that maybe somewhere around 100 basis points at the maximum, potentially will be where the central bank or the committee will be looking at reducing the rate because of the uncertainties around the inflation outlook in December. Given the seasonal nature, and we know how prices behave in December in the country.
Tax expert and the head of finance at Melbourne Capital, Nelson Kujo Kwaweji, is pushing for an aggressive rate cut. He He expects the central bank to slash the key lending rate by a substantial margin. This move, if implemented, would significantly ease the cost of borrowing for businesses and consumers.
The government intends to create about 800,000 jobs during the 2026 fiscal year, and this is largely going to be driven by the private sector. And the private sector can't also grow when lending rates are so high. And so given this to background, we are forecasting that by the end of the meeting, the Bank of Ghana may be cutting down on the rate by some 200 to 300 basis points to about 18.5%.
Now, moving on, President John Dramani Mahama has passionately urged African nations to exercise full sovereignty over their natural resources, arguing that this is the surest path of improving the welfare and economic fortunes of their citizens. Speaking on Monday at the annual conference of African Association of Accountants General in Accra, President John Dramani Mahama called for an end to the tradition of external exploitation, emphasizing that the continent must rely on its own wealth for development, especially as international humanitarian aids decline.
This government took the bold decision to establish the gold board and make it illegal to take any gold out of Ghana with stringent penalties. You won't believe it. The amount of foreign exchange that we get from the gold trade has suddenly jumped so high. It just shows, what greater control of your natural resources can do. And Africa should not be ashamed of it. I mean, the developed countries say they are tired of giving us ODA. Humanitarian assistance has reduced by 40% across the world. And God blessed us with those natural resources. And we must use those natural resources to improve the lives of our people. And so any country that has natural resources in terms of minerals and all that, we must increase our sovereignty in terms of how those natural resources are either exported or insist on value addition for them.
President John Dramani Mahama there. Now to energy. Ghana is set to boost its power generation capacity and ensure long-term energy security beginning 2026. Finance Minister Dr. Kasilo Toforson has announced plans for a 1,200 megawatt state-owned thermal power plant that will utilize an additional 150 million standard cubic feet of natural gas per day from OCTP partners and GPP2 facility. The move forms part of government's strategy to deliver reliable and affordable power, strengthening industrial growth and reduce the country's dependence on expensive emergency power arrangements.
Government is fast-tracking the Ghana Gas Processing Plant, GPP2. This shift means cheaper power, cleaner energy, and a stronger, self-reliant Ghana. In the medium term, a total of 150 million standard cubic feet of gas per day will be produced by our OCTP and Jubilee partners, enough to generate up to 1,200 megawatts of power, bigger than Akosombo Dam. Beginning 2026, government will commence the construction of a 1,200 megawatt state-owned thermal power plant to take the additional 150 million standard cubic feet of gas per day from OCTP partners and GPP2. This plant will support the provision of reliable and affordable power and secures Ghana's energy future.
It's now time to take a look at how the city is faring against major trading currencies and how some key commodities are also faring on the global market.
On the interbank foreign exchange market, the dollar is selling at 11 cedis 12 pesos. It's recorded no price change. The British pound is selling at 14 cedis 56 pesos. It's recorded no price change. The euro is selling at 12 cedis 82 pesos. It's gained a peso. However, be guided that these figures could be higher at the Forex Bureau near you. On the global commodities markets, Brent crude is trading at $63.46 per barrel. Gold is trading at $4,123.57 per ounce, up by $58.43. Cocoa is trading at $5,190 per ton, up by $31.
That was an update from the Forex and commodities markets. Now beyond for business news here on Sunrise 3FM 92.7. For more news, please check our website at 3news.com. I am Enyuna Malika. Sunrise continues.
.7 3 FM. 92.7 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 3 FM.
3 FM Sunrise, and we're going to proceed from here and connect with you on quite a number of fronts. Put down these numbers for me: 055-924-2717, 055-924-2717, as well as 055-691-0154, 055-691-0154. This is the 3 FM Sunrise, and you can share your views with us. We're streaming live on Facebook. Our handles 3FM927. Same handles on Twitter as well, 3FM927. You find us on YouTube as well, 3FM927. From here, we'll proceed with the weather update with Felicity Ahafianyo, who's our chief weather forecaster. And then we'll get into the music and then the newspapers as well for you this morning. But if you missed our word for the day, it's quite simple. Put down the basket of yesterday. Let the disappointment rest. Let the mistakes sit where they happened. Let fatigue stay where it grew. You're not meant to haul the entire past into every sunrise. Walk into today with open hands, like the life and like the sea. It will always give more to those who arrive unburdened. And that's our message for you as always. Do make a date every morning, 5:55 a.m., where you can join us when we start the show to hear our word of the day for you. But we get into all of the packages and more, and I must say today is a packed show in terms of what the content is. There are individuals who are out on the streets today protesting against the special prosecutor and the office. They dubbed it Agron-FM. We'll get into those details. There is a potential rerun of the Kwandai parliamentary election, subject to what the appeal will say, because we understand there's been an appeal by the incumbent MP who's been asked not to hold himself out as a member of parliament. There is an individual who's been interdicted or is on suspension at the Electoral Commission, who's decided to write to the president asking that of the many things he wants the EC chair, Madam Jean Mensah, and her two immediate deputies removed. What are the details? Is there merit to this? And so when I say it's a packed show, it truly, truly is a packed show, and I want you to stay with us, share your thoughts and messages with us as we proceed from now till 10 a.m. But before we do that, we'll do our weather update quickly with Felicity Ahafianyo, who's joining us right now with the weather update. Felicity, good morning. I trust that you're doing well. Hello, Felicity. Hello. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Mawuena. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. What about you?
I am much better today than yesterday.
Great. Talk to us as to what we can expect in terms of the weather today.
Thanks so much, and good morning to our dear viewers and listeners. For today, Tuesday, we expect it to be sunny across the 6-day region with dry and hazy conditions over the north. The 5 northern regions we expect it, and parts of the Savannah areas. Those over OT to some portions will feel the dryness today. For the southern sector, we expect some few clouds in the sky, and later we expect them to result into some rain over the Akimoda, Goforidua, the part of those in especially Bekwai, Takwadi, Aksim, Obuasi, Takwa, and its enclaves. For after that, we expect it to become a clear sky throughout the night. So tomorrow morning, that will result into misty and foggy conditions with reduced visibilities. In terms of temperatures for today, we expect as maximum as 33 for the coastal strip, 34, 35 for the embedded sector, 36, 37 for the northern sectors. In terms of the state of the sea, we expect it to be calm during the forecast period with some few floating clouds over the ocean. The lake is also pretty cool. We just don't expect much except a few areas around the Ketekrachi, Komedanso enclaves that will have some rain and thunder in the afternoon towards the evening hours.
Thank you very much, Felicity. As always, we appreciate you joining us and sharing the weather updates with us.
Thank you too. Have a nice day.
You too, Felicity. Thank you very much. That's Felicity Appiah-Ampofo with our weather updates for us this morning. And we will proceed to get into the newspapers in a really, really short while.
92.7 3 FM. 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 92.73 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 FM. 92.7 3 FM. 92.7 3 FM. 92.7 3 FM.
And that will get us into 24 to the top of the hour here on the 3FM Sunrise. Always a pleasure to come your way with the 3FM Sunrise. And we'll get into our newspapers for you this morning as well. And we're sinking our teeth into it, in the words of Helen Appiah-Ampofo. And the big banner story this morning on the Daily Graphic reads, Attaining Food Security, Government Ends Seeds Imports, Farmers get local varieties only from 2026. Eric Opoku, the Minister of Food and Agriculture, is pictured here and making these very emphatic statements. The story is by Kester Abraham Cranchi. We'll get the details for you shortly. Prioritize your health, exercise regularly. As a Chief of Staff to men. A story on page 13. Graphic Business Stanbic Bank breakfast meeting today. They are seeking to inform us about that. And MG Dialogue experts share mixed views on lifestyle audit law. That story on page 20. We'll get the details of that as well for you this morning here on the 3FM Sunrise. The Ghanaian Times as well. Be transparent, accountable in managing state resources. Speaker tells public servants. It comes with a picture of him. The story is on page 12 of the paper. Justice Bafo Boni is also pictured here. It says, adopt ADR to hasten dispute resolution. He's a Chief Justice. Story is on page 11. Ghana to save over $127 million annually from restrictions on raw rubber exports. How are we going to do that? Perhaps we'll get the details of the story from the Finance Minister, Dr. Kasia Latofos, and that story on page 14 as well. Health financing system risks collapse from NCD's burden. Dr. Entry, that's non-communicable diseases. That's the cancers, the kidney diseases, and what have you. That threatens really budgetary funding and financing system for the country's health infrastructure, because it's very expensive, very, very expensive. We've worked the numbers on dialysis. Johnny has worked that quite consistently as to what that could mean for the average Ghanaian and their pockets, and it's no mean joke in terms of what the numbers would look like. The New Finder is another of such papers that I have. Gold holds above $4,060 as traders await key U.S. economic data. Also here, financial expert urges stronger push for value-added exports. Ghana to earn extra $60 million annually as U.S. lifts 15% tariff on cocoa exports. That's quite substantial, 60 million. IFC World Bank says Ghana can revive capital market growth. And then we know as well that the overseer is here. Ghana to build 1,200 megawatt state-owned power plant. I think we heard that clip as well in the business news segment. It's the finance minister who's been saying this. Also, Ghana to introduce blockchain gold traceability system by 2026. Sami Jimfi, he's the CEO of Gold Board. Coming up, students' laptops contract. How KA Technologies failed to meet its obligation. You know, I always say when they say coming up, it means something is brewing in the pot and it's cooking hot, and they'll deliver it to you as and when. It's also an invitation to treat and to be informed. Agric Minister announces 154 million euros investment by government of Italy to transform large-scale commercial agriculture in the country. We'll get the details of that as well. Then I have Ghana's favorite newspaper, the Daily Guide, here as well. The big banner story, Mahama to remove EC chair deputies. And that will make you always have a smile on your face when you read the Daily Guide's headlines. Small-scale mining contributes 53% gold, $9 billion forex. Sammy Jemfi saying this. 2 get life in prison for killing cop. U.S. lifts 15% tariffs on Ghana's agri products. And court orders Bandai parliamentary polls rerun. So those are the big stories on the respective papers for you. It is time for us to delve into the details. I may have missed bits and pieces of some of the overseers' front page stories. And so Ministry of Gender, Children, Social Protection commemorates 2025 World Children's Day with 7th National Children's Parliament sitting. Comes with a picture of the minister. And Ghana to launch Food Brigade, enrolled 10,000 youth in national service for agriculture. That's also on the Overseer newspaper. I want to start off with the Daily Graphic, and none of the papers is really conveying the mood of the country this morning in terms of protest and what is expected, or the tango between the Office of the Special Prosecutor and Ghanaians, if I can call it that. But we will seek to bring you those details when we get on to 3news.com and some of the other online portals for you as well this morning. Because we know there are marches expected in part of the capital today, with a petition expected to be served on the president, as some Ghanaians have dubbed the new protest agronifem, seeking to, amongst many other things, demand action from the special prosecutor, and also say they are not quite pleased with the work that he's been doing. And so there you have it on 3news.com. The big story there: Oforiatta's lawyers accuse OSP of misleading public over Interpol red notice removal. That story is there. Also, in Takrady, there's quite a number of developments there. But in Nkokon-Kitinkiti project, 13,000 farmers in 12 selected districts received 720,000 beds, as according to the Agric Minister. Election Watch calls on National Election Security Task Force to take interest in NPP primaries. Music in the operating theatre cuts anesthetic drug deeds. There's a study that's revealing that. Also, on myjoyonline.com, MIF board blows 11 million cedis on unapproved foreign trips as confidential audit exposes massive breach. EC staffer behind petition against Jean Mensah and deputies removal interdicted. Attorney General backs Wesley Girls SHS in Supreme Court case over alleged religious discrimination. Those are the stories here. And City Newsroom, EU to Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, accelerate cocoa reforms or risk market losses. And so those are the online reviews as done for you as well. We can begin to seek to get a bit more in terms of the details for you. That Bandai rerun, there's the Agric Minister who's been speaking as well in some great detail on a number of the developments within the sector. That's where I'll start off from, even as the rest of the guys make their way into the studio with us this morning. Farmers to get local varieties from 2026, and the story, like I mentioned, is by Kester Abram Kranchi. And it reads that the Ministry of Food and Agriculture will from next year supply only locally sourced seeds to Ghanaian farmers, according to the sector minister Eric Opoku. He said the move would mark a strategic shift towards seed sovereignty as a cornerstone of national food security. Without seed sovereignty, there can be no food security, Mr. Opoku said when he took his turn at the Government Accountability Series at the Presidency in Accra yesterday. The minister outlined a comprehensive plan to end the recurrent crisis of delayed imported seeds that arrived after the planting season. Mr. Opoku revealed that the new policy was being driven by significant partnership with international allies, and he stated, amongst many other things, that they will seek to. He stated that the support of the Korea plant industries Association, COPIA, Ghanaian farmers were undergoing intensive training in seed production. Also, simultaneously, Korea Rural Corporation was also developing irrigation and infrastructure on 100 hectares of land to support rice seed production to ensure sustainability and affordability. The Korea Institute for Advancement of Technology has commissioned a 1 megawatt solar farm to power the irrigation systems with technology support from the ministry. And so it looks like we're entering into quite a lot of partnerships with Korea on the front of agriculture. I also want to share this story with you because it's one that we supervised here at Media General. Story on page 20. MG Dialogue. Experts share mixed views on lifestyle audit law. The story is by Juliet Echa-Safo. It reads that a partner at PwC Ghana, George Ahi, has called for the enactment of a new law that supports lifestyle audits in the country. He said currently the country had no such laws to provide guidelines and punishment for individuals who abuse their position to acquire wealth. In Ghana, we don't have a law. That's where we fall short. We have the asset declaration form, which says that you must declare your assets before you assume office. Every 4 years, you must declare them again, and upon leaving, you must declare. But that's where it ends. So after the declaration, what next? He questioned. He further stated that the absence of a comprehensive law in the country limited effectiveness of lifestyle audits. Mr. Ahi was speaking at the Media General Dialogues organized, or the MG Dialogues organized by Media General in Accra yesterday. It was on the theme, Lifestyle Audits, Enhancing Public Service Ethics. There were quite a number of individuals. There were some who said no law was needed. Meanwhile, a governance and legal reforms advocate, Dr. Ofosu, David Ofosu, said there was no need for the country to enact another law. To him, for a new institution to start lifestyle audit will create a conflict with institutions such as the GRA, IOCO, the OSP, and the Attorney General, as well as the Ghana Police Service, among other institutions. And there's a quote here: you cannot use illegal means to gather information. You cannot use hacking and all sorts of things to gather information about individuals in the lifestyle audit because it's not supported by law. Good morning, Sixtus. Trust that you're well.
It is well.
Has always been. Actually.
Has always been. God is good. We move.
Yeah, we do that. On other matters from that event, it was interesting having different individuals share different thoughts as to whether or not there's a need for a lifestyle audit. But this is where we are, and the big question being asked as to whether or not a lifestyle audit is important.
I think that debate has come up before.
It will come up every now
and then. It's not ending anytime soon, actually. Because, look, Mawuena, the concern basically is that we are in the communities with friends. We know their houses or their homes. They get small appointments, and boom, we can't even talk to them again. There are a lot of examples that have been cited that I cannot mention here, where people are struggling to pay their rent. They have no cars. But the moment they get close to power, political power, what is supposed to be public service, then everything changes. You see that they have lots and lots of mansions. And they ride the latest cars. They don't drive, or they ride in comfort and luxury. And then you ask yourself, even if this person is earning that much in that position, it would take the person a period of time and amount of money to be able to accumulate what they got. Which is why it is necessary for us to have that lifestyle audit. Whether we need a new law for that or not, there must be benchmarks, for which I think there are. Look, let's look at the asset declaration regime. The law says at present that before you take office, you declare your assets. And upon the expiration of your office, whether by termination or by natural cause, again, you declare your assets. The idea is for us all to be able to compare what you had prior to occupying the office to what you have at the point of exiting the office. So we see, could you have reasonably acquired the properties that you acquired or lived the kind of life that you lived in the course of your public service? That's the question we need to be answering. And the law allows you to be able to say that my name is Mawuena. I've been appointed as Deputy Chair of Electoral Commission. Prior to taking up this office, I own 2 plots of land at Chado, 1 plot of land at East Legon Hills, and 3 plots of land at Nima. I also have a Bentley and a Ford. These are the things that I have. You declare them, then you enter the office. By the time you come out of office, let's say you run a 4-year term or course, then you attained your retirement age, then you are coming out of office. Then you declare again. In addition to the 2 plots of land I already had at Chado, I have added 1 more plot or 2 more plots. Then the comparison is made between the before and the after. And we ask ourselves, as Deputy Chair Electoral Commission, you were earning 50,000 cedis a month.
Why Deputy Chair of Electoral Commission?
As Chair Electoral Commission,
why Electoral Commission?
Electoral Commission is before me, is on the paper.
We will get into it. Don't mention it.
I'm just using that example. Why you? I have friends at the Electoral Commission.
I do too.
Okay. So they don't have a problem with me using them as
I'm not saying anybody has a problem. I'm just saying why.
In flowing forward, then we are able to compare. You were on a salary scale of 50,000 cedis, base pay for maybe. Then you had allowances, maybe you had a car allowance that would give you 10,000 cedis a month. And you have been in office for, let's say, 3 years. So 10,000 cedis a month, you are probably saving this allowance over the period of 4 years. So you are able to buy a Bugatti. Oh, the Shatawale car is what? The yellow car. Lamborghini.
Rolls Royce.
No, it's not a Royce.
No.
The yellow one.
The yellow one?
It's a Lambo.
Okay, I have to check. Anyway, it's not a Rolls Royce.
No, it's not a Rolls. But since you've mentioned Rolls Royce,
it's not a Rolls Royce. It's not a Rolls Royce.
So yes, over the course of these 3 years, you have saved this amount. You've saved 10,000 cedis every month, and you've been able to buy a Rolls Royce by the time you are leaving office. Then you have no problem with anybody. But you come into office, you are secretary in the office of the minister, or you are the minister's right-hand man, as we call them. Then you prior to coming, your boss coming into office, you had nothing. Then suddenly we see you riding the latest Land Cruiser, the 2025 edition. Then we're asking ourselves, or the Lexus. Then we're asking ourselves, how did you earn this? In fact, per your position, you don't even have a salary. So this is the problem. We've heard about people at the seat of government who have acquired buildings. We couldn't even count them. And we ask ourselves, how much is this person earning that he could afford to acquire these ones?
Was it a divorce or something that threw into the limelight?
I want to make my point without mentioning names.
I haven't mentioned names. Okay. I said we're here when was it a divorce that threw in?
The fact of the matter is that the asset declaration regime is supposed to allow us to do that job. Unfortunately for us, the asset declaration regime is so opaque. So it's between you and your appointor. So you file, then only the receiving authority knows what is inside the document. So the rest of us, we have no idea.
All right.
you can come and tell, oh, but I had these things. We can't tell because we have no access to the documents. And so if there's even a whistleblower who wants to take you on, the person will not be able to do so because really, the person doesn't know what you declared, what your worth was before you took up office, and what your worth is at the time that your appointment was terminated. So we may only have to amend laws to cater for such other areas like lifestyle audit, so that audit. Per your lifestyle alone, we can take you on. So you come into office, deputy chairman of EC, then you are traveling, taking holidays to Dubai, to the Maldives.
Let's do the EC now.
Thank you. Mahama to remove EC chair deputies. Relax for me.
Enter the thing because that's where you want to go.
Okay, so this is carried by Ghana's favorite paper. It is on page.
I've told them already. You enter the
Mawuena
because that's what you want to do. That's what you mentioned. Easy.
The story by Ernest Kofi Adu says a staff member of the Electoral Commission, EC, Joseph Blankson Edumaji, right, has petitioned President John Dramani Mahama to trigger the constitutional process for the removal of EC chairperson Jean Mensah and her two deputies, Dr. Bosman Eric Asari and Samuel Tete, over alleged misconduct. In a statement issued yesterday, Mr. Adumeji said the petition was submitted pursuant to Article 146 of the 1992 Constitution, the same provision under which President Mahama recently removed the Chief Justice, Gertrude Araba Esaba Tokuno. Although he declined to disclose full details of the petition citing constitutional restrictions, he confirmed that it is anchored on 12 counts of stated misbehavior. I'm trying to get a statement itself.
He issued a statement
yesterday.
From the Ghanaian
yes, I want to just read that from our platform so that we know exactly, because the story in itself is scaled from that statement. So the statement signed by the gentleman himself is titled Public Statement for Immediate Release. I wish to inform the general public that I, Joseph Blankson, or if you are from the other side, you say Joseph Blankson.
What's the other side?
The other side. A citizen of the Republic of Ghana and staff of the Electoral Commission have submitted a formal petition to the President of Ghana in accordance with Article 146 of the 1992 Constitution, seeking the removal of Mrs. Jean Adukoy Mensah, Chairperson of the Electoral Commission, Dr. Bosman Eric Asari, Deputy Chairperson Corporate Services, and Mr. Samuel Tete, Deputy Chairperson Operations, from office. Without disclosing the content of the petition in accordance with law, the petition cites 12 counts of stated misbehavior, including cronyism, abuse of office, and gross incompetence, which have collectively undermined public confidence in the Electoral Commission and pose a threat to the credibility, independence, and integrity of Ghana's electoral process. This action is taken in the supreme interest of the 1992 Constitution, accountable governance, and preservation of the dignity of the Electoral Commission. So, 3 reasons. Supreme interest of the 1992 Constitution, accountable governance, and preservation of the dignity of the Electoral Commission. I have, therefore, respectfully prayed the President of the Republic of Ghana to act in accordance with his constitutional duty by referring the petition to the Chief Justice for the determination of a prima facie case. I remain committed to upholding the principles of transparency, fairness, and integrity in our democratic institution. It is signed personally by him, dated 24th day of November 2025, in Accra.
Now, I want you to read how the paper described or captured the headline again.
Mahama to remove EC chair deputies. And this is according to Ghana's favorite newspaper.
And then the individual who is doing the action.
Petition to remove.
Oh,
it is.
But I mean, apart from the, and also, Mawuena, good morning. You got a haircut. It's a fresh haircut. Am I right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Sixtus, do you also got a haircut?
No, I have had this since Thursday.
Sorry, I didn't notice it on Thursday, but I've noticed it now. Anyways, good to see you both. I suppose the daily graphic, the daily
do you want
guide.
to pay for it?
Yeah, I can pay for your next haircut. That was true. How much is the haircut these days?
Charlie, man, you know balance. So see how she said it.
I can pay for it.
I can pay for the haircut.
Because it's just 30 Ghana.
Oh, 30 Ghana.
Yes, 30 Ghana.
Oh, then you guys have it easy. Oh. These days, washing. Come on, washing. Okay, depending on where you wash your hair, 40 Ghana. If it's somewhere bougie, 50, 60. If you want to take it.
Can we all just cut our hair?
There for the 30 Ghana. I should walk around with this kind of, this, what do you call this?
To look nice on you.
Yeah. The Daily Guide wants to tell us that by mere fact that this individual has petitioned, it's a foregone conclusion.
Yes.
Goodbye, Madam Jean. Goodbye,
That's
Eric
the
Bossman.
point.
And
Yes.
goodbye.
That's the point Mawuena is making.
I'm trying to that.
Yes.
I mean, it cannot. Let's not draw. I don't like to be a hypocrite, or I don't want to be like to play the ostrich or anything. But making such they're making the thing look like, oh, he's set to. He is bound to.
In fact, the headline sounds like everything is done.
Exactly.
And the only outcome right now is their removal.
There could be a determination there is no prima facie case, because this will have to go to the current Chief Justice.
Yes.
Because when the petition comes to the President, he can't do anything about it. This one doesn't require his input or his consultation with the Council of State. When the thing comes straight, if you are the Chief Justice Paul Bafuboni, you call it. It says collect it. They brought a petition. Take. That's what
one might say. Wow, such impeccable timing. We have sworn in our latest CJ.
I mean,
this petition comes in
everything and the timing
right on time.
Everything and the timing there.
We're in the month of what? November.
Relax.
You are in a hurry to go and do that in December.
Listen,
so you are rushing us into
because next Monday is first. Hello.
Yeah, I suspect so.
Yeah. Right on time for the Bonya Bonanza. So one might ask,
says he suspects so. Meanwhile, he's checking his account every 2 minutes.
Who?
Mawuena.
I'm telling you, as am I. So that's what the Daily Guide wants to say. I'm also checking my
So accounts. Point is that editor of the Daily Guide newspaper, Jamila Akwele, are we being fair to the petition? Nah.
And even DJ Abiam has a new shirt. What's going on? New haircuts all around. Is that how you guys celebrated Men's Day? You know, Men's Day was 21st November.
Oh,
so
you didn't tell us.
So men, when your day comes, you don't organize cake for yourself, no party, nothing.
When your day comes, are we not the ones who organize for you?
Don't lie. International Women's Day.
Yeah, but
we ourselves organize our own conference.
If we force you to do it, then you bring us boxer shorts.
But Men's Day came and none of you wished each other happy International Men's Day.
It is not fair. It's still a petition. The headline is something else. Something else.
There's a lot.
How has the Daily Graphic captured that?
The Daily Graphic actually did not capture the story.
And the Ghanaian Times?
The Ghanaian Times as well did not.
Okay. Any other paper with that?
Any other paper which captured the story?
The story, yes.
No, there are two other papers there.
No.
None of them captured.
Overseer doesn't have it?
Nope.
Hey, you people don't want to give eyes and ears to...
I've gone to it. It looks like it's a Daily Guide.
So only Daily Guide has a story.
Yes, Daily Guide is
at least all the papers that we have so far.
Yes, the papers we have this morning.
Maybe some others have taken an interest in this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But there is interesting development in Pandai as well. Yesterday, the court ordered a rerun of the parliamentary elections there. And for now, we're yet to see that declaration by, is it the Speaker or subsequently the Electoral Commission being notified. But we know an appeal has been filed.
That's right.
I didn't quite get if there was a stay.
No, so the lawyer has taken steps to file the notice of appeal.
Right.
And follow that up with an application for stay. The notice, because at this point they don't have the certified true copy of the judgment, and so, which is what you will need to include in your processes. And so notice, and per the rules, notice is what can be served now.
Yeah.
So from what we got yesterday, the notice of appeal has already been served, and that is accompanied with the application for a stay. Until that application is determined, and also remember that this information would have to come from the Electoral Commission to the House. Are we still together?
Of course.
We are here.
Oh, okay. You see the smile on his phone, on his face.
That's the haircut.
Distracting me. It's not the haircut.
That's what I'm
Somebody's
saying. He
sending
got the
me, chatting
haircut. The
somebody.
haircut came, then the text came after.
Okay.
Put 2 and 2 together.
Okay,
Are you with
let's
me?
stay together. Okay, let's stay together.
Yeah.
Let's do this together. Walk with me. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
So that's the latest. I was listening to the lawyer for the shall I say NPP side. He said he had this notice in his back pocket because he had picked
It's
intel.
not the MPP side. The
It's for
lawyer is for.
It's for which
It's for
side?
the MP. It's not for the MPP.
And the MP belongs to
You see, you are doing the same exact thing you are accusing the daily guide of.
Which is
doing.
what?
Of drawing conclusions.
I saw
you
him
shouldn't be
flanked
drawing.
by their youth and their
Deputy General Secretary.
Deputy General Secretary. What was he doing there?
No, they have the party
No, I think
certainly
both
has an
parties
interest
had
in
an
the
interest.
case.
Okay.
So the big
But
wigs
the MP is his client.
Lawyer for the
not-
MP,
Thank
not
you.
for the party. I beg your pardon. He said he had this notice in his back pocket, like any good
Yeah, he
lawyer
said he suspected
would.
that
Yes.
the thing will go south.
He said they had picked intel on the ground already. But the now
When he
no
said
longer
that, It
MP.
reminded me of Eduji Tamaklo, director of legal. You know, the plenty cases they had at the time.
Yeah.
He said he would enter courtroom on a matter, but with an application in his pocket.
In the pocket.
If the judge says, "Fin," he said, "My lord, we have this one too. Let's continue."
It spoils nothing if you're always prepared, eh?
You should always.
you
In
must
cases
be
like
prepared.
this, you should always be prepared.
You must be prepared.
You should always be prepared. But you see, this also toes the same line that we have seen, the continual suspicion of the justice system, that nothing good can come out of the courts. So we are always ready to fight it. I think at the same press conference, the lawyer said that we respect the court, but this one there, no, we won't take it.
Disagree.
Because we picked intel. Intel suggests that there was going to be.
Yeah, but I think those words were quite strong.
Very strong.
To say that your
Very
intel
strong.
I don't know what intel they even picked.
Your intel suggests the judgment will go against you, presupposes intelligence that something ulterior may have occasioned the judgment as was delivered, but it's not within our remits. We're just here and saying that, look, it raises a bit of eyebrows in that regard.
But it appears he seemed to suggest that they have a solid case, and he wonders why they lost, and that is the reason he's immediately going on appeal on this particular one, because he said they have all the pink sheets.
He said
Side, they have all the
152 or something like that. Yeah.
Then the other side was, in fact, every party in this case has a full complement of the pink sheet. And
your microphone is deciding to do its own thing, sir.
Appiah.
I think you have to chuck it on the table.
Let me hold
I think it's come off from the top.
Oh, okay.
Fix that, and then we'll.
And if you
no, you have to do it properly. I've metered it so that you can do it properly, so the noise.
Oh, fantastic! What would we do without Appiah?
So that's been sorted now.
It's what? Okay, good. Thank you. So if they have the full complement and the judge was guided by the evidence before him, he shouldn't have come to that conclusion that he came to. That is the reason he gives for trying to appealing this particular decision. And so let's see how it comes off.
Will the minority side be already feeling demoralized? Or right now, do you think that they've become used to a string of misfortune, especially as far as Parliament is concerned?
They can't feel demoralized at this time. Nyandam is one of the oldest in the House, and he's one of the reliable pair of hands on their side. You see, if they come
he's been MP since 2012, lost in 2020, and then returned this year.
And so with such experience, if they come for him, the side cannot say, we are tired, this one, let's throw our hands in the air.
I mean, you think that they'll have the energy to put up another good fight?
Yes, in fact, I expect a lot of energy on this one. I expect a lot of energy.
When the House returns today, I expect there to be quite the commentary
on this. Because it's not
from the minority on this one.
Take away NPP, NDC. He's one of the solid guys on their side.
But
I think he's even in leadership. He chairs one of the committees.
Right now, he says that
ranking on one of
his main concern is that government machinery will be used, marshaled up against him. That is his main concern now.
Unfortunately, I don't want to say unfortunately, but that's the case. In a by-election, I mean, that always comes to play.
This will not be a by-election. This will be a rerun.
I mean, the entire machinery of the state in whatever election when a government has been formed already is expected to be the case.
And you can't begrudge him that opinion that this is going to be even tougher now. Almost, shall I say, a year in, things are not looking too shabby on the part of the government. The constituents are being wooed with all manner of goodies. They'll ask you, do you want to vote for somebody who cannot expedite your needs, who cannot bring some juicy goodies to you? Or do you want to vote for somebody who can potentially, more likely than not, bring you some juicy goodies right to your doorstep, aka they'll tell you about Papa. So I think Endam is going to have a battle.
So he doesn't presuppose he if that rerun should happen, he'd lose. I mean, we've seen incumbents go into elections and the constituents said, look, we do not believe that you will serve our best interest, and so we'll give it to the opposition. I was at Asin North.
All I'm saying is that the battle might be tougher this time round.
Yes. As for tough, there is always tough. It's always tough. But I'm just seeking to make the point as well that it's not all doom and gloom for him if that rerun were to happen. That's what I'm saying. If. Because obviously they are challenging this, and then it will go to the Court of Appeal, and then there will be 3 justices of the Superior Court and panel to hear the matters. And
so he's ranking member on the Information and Communications Committee, and he's also member of the Petitions Committee of Parliament. He is. This is not cool. 1st December is his birthday.
That's on Monday.
That's on Monday. And you see this one there, give it to him as a birthday present. How
can you tell me this story?
He's from Kumde. He's a Christian. He holds a master degree international from Kofi Annan, actually, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yes, that is it about him. He's made a number of statements. World Radio Day, he made a statement. He had a statement on devastating bushfires in Pandai, state of Ghana's forest reserves and water bodies. So he's been quite active person.
He's been active on the floor of the House. But away from all of that, today there's a protest dubbed Agronifem to which the activities on the ground.
The game is on the floor.
The game is on the action is on the floor. Apostle Abraham Lincoln is the lead organizer.
The man of God has left the pulpit.
He will join us in a few in the studio for a conversation. But there is crazy pressure on the office of the special prosecutor and the office and the person, I should say, Kissi Jabin, because yesterday investigative journalist Manasseh Azuri-Awene also came out with some details and says today his own investigations is seeking to suggest, amongst many other things, that no action was taken on the petition for an investigation into the SML scandal until this year. That's what it is wanting to look like, and he says he will come up with the full details a lot later today. There is that protest, there is Martin Kebu's invitation because he's been on the neck of the office for quite a while. You don't want to be the special prosecutor today.
In fact, throughout the last 3 months, it would not have been the most comfortable position for you. Where does the demo start and where does it end?
Obra Sports, which is the home of
demos. That's the demo hub.
Yes, that's the home. That's where it starts. That's where you always.
Okay.
When Obra Sport was Obra Sports.
Yeah.
As Obra Sport lost its power.
It's no longer Obra Sport. It's really now Kwame Nkrumah, PBL Kwame Nkrumah.
Dubai has taken over.
Okay.
It used to be the proper Obra Sports.
Okay, so they'll start at Obra.
But we still call it Obra Sports, and they will end up at the Jubilee.
Yes.
The Jubilee House, where they are expected to.
Are they allowed to go there also? We've now it's now settled.
Well, some administrations are more tolerant than others. But you see, back to the point, media, you know where I stand on this matter.
So you will not be in attendance.
No. If you are saying we should scrap the office of the special prosecutor, I'm not even listening to you.
Okay.
If you say we should remove Kissi Jabin from the office because of his handling or because he has not been candid to Ghanaians on the Ken Ofori-Atta matter, we can have a conversation.
Who should go first, Otto-Addo or Kissi Jabin?
I would even ask this. Otto-Addo.
I beg you. Let's remain on this.
Sorry for the digression. So, are we expecting a big turnout? I can't gauge. The sentiment online is good, but I mean,
I honestly am not expecting a turnout.
I'm not expecting a turnout, but I don't know.
Which is why I have a problem with your earlier statement, Mawuena, that reflecting the sentiments of Ghanaians. No.
But you've tested the pulse.
When I say no.
Only everyday Ghanaian Kasa OSP. They are not feeling him.
Yeah, take me to where, like the context in which I use.
No, you were talking about the papers. I don't know whether the papers or the portals. You were the papers which have captured, or the news which have captured. the action this morning.
I think that's the sentiment on the ground.
Because look, yesterday, all throughout the day, all throughout last week, and for a considerable period of time, there's been conversations about the office of the special prosecutor
online.
Not just online. When you open the phone lines today, and which we will do in a couple of minutes.
No, that started long ago.
Exactly.
And
that's what
I think it was on the same strength Martin Amidu even wrote the last episode with
Martin Amidu has actually, there's a lot of Martins in the sphere, so it sometimes gets us confused. And so I say that there's been considerable pressure on him, and it's reflective of the general sentiment. And yesterday I was making a point that, look, the interest has peaked even the more because of the course of action in by himself he's taken, putting him on a red notice. And the red notice has been there for a while. He says he wants the man to be here. The man has not been here. And people are asking, when he makes a post on X, I will not say I'm on Facebook as frequent as I'm on Twitter. When he makes a post, people are asking, When is Ken Ofori-Atta coming? I'm being honest.
On completely unrelated matters.
Exactly. And on every such post, sometimes they respond, sometimes they do not respond. But there is considerable interest. I mean, we'll be playing the ostrich if we say there's not. And yesterday I was making the point that it is because of persons expecting him to take action on areas where he cannot, like economic downturn, which everybody experience. You cannot prosecute Ken Ofori-Atta over that. But there is an issue that has come up, and so everybody say, oh, if all such matters...
No, that is even debatable, whether you can prosecute or not, because if government... It is my money. If government use my money in some
just making the point. I'm just making the point.
To me, I can take you on.
That's fair. I'm just making the point that on the face value, that is not a subject matter of possible litigation or possible prosecution.
It's a very big subject matter.
No, I'm making the point. I don't disagree with you. I'm saying that on the face value right now, it is not a subject matter of prosecution or litigation or anybody saying. I know there's a gentleman who decided to take on the Bank of Ghana because of the mismanagement and the fraud. We have to try and get an update as to that case. That is an individual taking on the DOG, not the finance minister or whatever course of action. And so on the face value, there's no such thing.
Even that case, the person didn't sue the BOG as BOG. He sued the BOG, the previous governor of the BOG.
Yeah, he sued the governor.
So that case is even speaking to the competence of the governor.
Yes, and so there can be an action of such a nature.
Yes.
All I'm saying is that there is no such action now. It presupposes, okay, I'll not say it presupposes. There is no such action now. But there is one where the special prosecutor says there has been wrongdoing here, which the law can take care of. And people say, because we can't take action, we can't advisedly do this for us here. And if you don't do this for us, we will be disappointed.
If you can't kill a cow for me, give me a goat.
Exactly. And we will be so displeased with you if you don't do this for us, which is the albatross on his neck right now. And it has not helped him with the commentary of the Attorney General over the last period that he said we should extradite somebody and the docket was not there, and people came to ask, why is the docket when you said? And I think what worsened it.
You can't choke the man.
No, because the pressure was on him.
That exercise was ongoing.
There was actually something on the office of the Attorney General, and they also had to explain that this is
exactly. And now, I think what
the Honourable Sremsai,
what put the pressure on the OSP was when the SP in that engagement with KSM said. We watched him leave, and
we were helpless.
Agencies we were helpless with that. And if you've listened to Martin Pebu and you are listening to the others, that is what made everybody say,
Martin Pebu says that in the face of this helplessness, the SP should have become a gong and say, hey, Ghana for Monsorio. I don't know what exactly should have been the content, though.
And I have been in places where conversations have been had by lawyers and some others who say that, look, there were courses of action he could have taken.
For example,
within those, he could have sought a warrant, he could have got anything, because we know the OSP has the powers to arrest.
That's right.
He could have done any of that. When his investigation was on, and that has brought pressure on him.
We still quite don't get the point. I'm not holding brief for him.
Oh no,
we quite don't get the point that he made about the government of the day and why he was constrained.
What is he saying plain? Like
what he
decode it for us.
When he said what he said plain is that Akufo-Addo, as president of the Republic of Ghana, would not have permitted him to deal with an appointee, no less a person like Ken Ofori-Atta. That is what he said, plain. You get it? But coming back to the point that I have always made, and yes, so if we understood that statement, maybe I would agree with Martin Pebu when he says that at that point, he should have found a way to blow the whistle. And
because
you
we've seen
a lot of people in the media.
Exactly.
You
like
could have
the
just
press
called some, don't even call a press conference.
No,
you could have just called some journalists. I just, oh, look, this is what we are struggling with. You can blow this for us.
I just want to add that it makes it look worse, which is why there's so much anger, whatever you want to call it, that the person there before him did what is being suggested to him to do. He quickly wrote an epistle and fired everybody and said, I did this work. They said I should temper or I should hold on and I shouldn't do this thing. This is what the president of the republic is saying, and I will not do it.
Kisi has given you a flavor of that before already. He's told you he's a lonely bird in this fight long time.
Which is the other point I'm coming to. You see, but just to conclude on that one, it's the only agreement probably I have with the Leonard Martin Pebu when he said that you were so helpless, you were so lonely, you could have done something beyond just folding your arms and crying wolf. You could have done. There's a lot in this society. Today's Ghana that there are so many bloggers who are
press conference to make their name.
That's what
unless the office has isolated itself from the media.
But they are always in the media. They watch. They are always writing
to
us.
Terms.
Yes, but they know the power of social media.
When you want to get into the actions, I mean, you can't.
They always.
They are always in the media on their own terms.
Yeah.
If they don't organize a press conference, and you won't hear from them.
Right.
If you don't hear the director
Sami
Dako, calling into key points to make an intervention, which is something he likes to do a lot. You see, and that brings me to the other point that I keep making, that look, a chunk of this problem is from the communications from the OASP. When you communicate and you communicate plenty, people are already, I listened to the excerpts from the spaces. I told you I couldn't follow. And some of the responses, with all due respect, some didn't help matters. People are angry with you. They are expecting you to respond to issues. Then somebody will ask a question and you go like, I don't know how many times we have to explain this. I mean, really? So for me, I keep making the same point that this is simply been a case of we have promised you heaven, and you have promised me heaven, and I'm not seeing the heaven in the real time that I want to see the heaven.
Absolutely.
And otherwise, I really don't think that
is the more palatable side of things. The more scathing side or the more sinister side are those, especially political actors, who want to tell fellow Ghanaians that you've been played, that this is all part of a grand scheme.
To say that there's a relationship somewhere that is being protected.
That you are all being played. You don't know what is going on, that you are actually just pawns in a bigger game, in a bigger scheme. That's now the brewing conversation.
Helen,
that the OSP
do you think we would have been here if at the time that the OASP spoke to us about extradition of Ken Ofori-Atta and actually delivered on that? Do you think we would have been where we are?
Well, I'm sure
So is there a grand plan? Is there a grand reception?
We'll have a proper conversation because Apostle will join us here in a short bit. I'll just go for these quick spots of commercials, and then he'll join us a quick 10 minutes conversation. Then we pick phone calls as well. But let me talk to you about Rosebank International University. There's a world-class university right here in Ghana. Rosebank International University is a strong South African university, brand of the AdVTech Group, Africa's largest private education provider with 146 schools across 5 African countries and over 100,000 learners, and partly owned by the World Bank through the IFC. Rosebank International University is fully accredited by the South African Qualifications Authority, the British Accreditation Council, GTEC in Ghana City and Guilds in the UK, and Capsicum Culinary Studio. At Rosebank International University, we offer a Doctor of Business Administration DBA MBA, Master of Science and Master of Philosophy in Digital Marketing, Bachelor of Supply Chain Management, targeting professionals in freight forwarding, customs, etc. We offer hospitality and culinary arts available at diploma, undergraduate and postgraduate levels. Our ICT has BSc Information Technology in Business Systems and IT Computer Application Development, all carefully designed to equip you with the skills and qualifications needed for a successful global career. Our mission is simple: inspiring excellence. Admissions are now open for the January 2026 intake. Visit our modern campus at Airport Commercial or Appiah House, Accra, or apply online at www.riuc.edu.gh. Rosebank International University, building global citizens. Let's go for this quick break. When we return, we'll have a bit more in terms of the conversation surrounding the OSP, and then hear your thoughts as well.
.73 FM. 92.73 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 FM.
Just calm down for me, I'll pick the calls, right? But I want us to engage Apostle Abraham Lincoln, who's organizing or putting together or leading the charge in this protest. A quick conversation with him, because I mean he's here with us, and so you have to make his way to the protest ground. We'll have a quick conversation with him, and then we will then have you share your thoughts with us as well. So we're just going to lay the foundations quickly, and then we'll have to we'll begin to pick your calls. Apostle has joined us in studio. Apostle, thank you very much, and good morning to you as well.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Is this how you're going to be on the protest?
Yeah, this is how I'm going to wear. This is what I'm wearing in protest.
If you could just yes.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
This is how you're going to be looking on the protest ground.
Yes. There's just something.
But talk to us. Why this protest, and why is it necessary? Because if for anything, the OSP's office has explained in great detail that these investigations and these processes take time. Roughly, it takes 2 to 3 years to be able to successfully prosecute a matter in the country's courts. Why not afford them the opportunity to go through this and do it successfully? And you say you're going on a demonstration today.
First of all, I would just want to thank. Good morning to your listeners, and also Johnny Hughes also, and thank you so much for that opportunity. Let me state this in clear. I don't hate him, but I'm really worried about his approach to things. Look, what really got me angry to organize this demonstration was the fact that you realize that anybody that makes statement about him, he called the person to appear before him.
It's just one individual.
Paul Ademochi was the first person that he called. Right. Paul Ademochi criticized some of the things he do. You see, that is what I'm saying, that you should accept criticisms. Your critics are your teachers in life. Now, criticism is a stepping stone for your next level in life. So if you occupy an office, you should accept criticisms. Anybody that criticizes him or criticize what he's doing, then it's like you have to call the person. I have an issue with the fact that then it came to the point that you said that you saw Ken going, but you couldn't do anything. That means that your office is not strong. We don't need that office. Because if you read Article 88 of the Constitution, it talks about the powers that Attorney General has. Even he works right under the Attorney General. So all the prosecution is doing, Attorney General can enter to court and enter non-prosecutor. You understand? It means that your powers, listen, if you saw the person going, now
your issue is with the fact that what he saw
his own statement that he saw him going.
So the former finance minister
if he saw him leaving,
and that's
he couldn't do anything. He said he called whatever. Then organize a press conference, because he's fan of doing that. Call a press conference and announce to the citizen that, listen, this is what I'm trying to do, but I'm being prevented or I'm not being allowed to do it. Ken is going. Now I try all my best, but it didn't work. Then the Ghanaians will understand that, oh, you are doing well because you tried all the whatever. You understand? But yet you waited till the fire kept burning. Then you said, oh, this is what I did. You should even sack yourself. You even write a resignation letter straight. You are disqualified. That even takes you out from that office at all. Listen to me. I don't hate him, as I said, but the fact is, we need to put some fire on people that owns public office. We need to put some fire on them. You see, if we do that, I don't have any evidence that maybe he has gone in for money, maybe he has, no, I will not even go there. But the fact is, you can see that to me, he's just playing with our mind. That is the way I see it. Because tell me one person has been able to persecute. I'm not talking about, he goes around persecuting some people. Watch this. It's like you go to the Galamsey site and you arrest the boys at the Galamsey site. Meanwhile, the kingpins are there. Do you understand? Go and arrest the kingpins. The big one who has caused us mess. You don't go after them. But you just go after some people that even were instructed by...
But he doesn't prosecute persons engaged in activities of illegal mining. That will not fall within his remit. His is purely on corruption-related matters, and that's what he's after. And so we cannot ask the special prosecutor to be looking into matters of
there's an area of my petition. It's in my petition that he fails even to cooperate with Attorney General. You realize Attorney General said he's asking for several times to bring the docket. He rather wrote a letter to Chief of Staff, and the Chief of Staff also minuted it, gave it to Attorney General. It's like if you don't have powers to prosecute, then work in hand with the Attorney General. But it's like, you feel like nobody can touch you, your office, nobody can deal with it. There was a time that I went to XYZ on an interview that even some of these people came there and they were saying, I listened to them on Mugabe show, and they said that the powers we have, we are independent. You are not independent as far as Christian the citizens are concerned. We are not independent. You hold us an accountability. So we need to hold them accountable for everything.
And we have to wrap up this conversation because you have to be on your way to. But this protest, what are you seeking to achieve with it?
I'm seeking to achieve, number one, his removal. Two, the OSU should be restructured or reformed, be empowered. Because if you watch, two things, or either they'll dissolve it and empower Yoko to work.
Is it not too early for a conversation about removal? Is it not too early to be asking for a dissolution of an office that we've expended money into
but if you spend money over there, if you spend money over there, you don't see things going on. What will you do? If right now your whatever pays you every month, he pays you, and if you do an appraiser, you looking at things, you are not making impact. Your manager will not pay you again. Well, either you will sack because you're not making impact. I pay you for you to make impact. I pay you to deliver, and you're not delivering. For that matter, I have to sack you. Do you understand? And he is not delivering. That's a fact. You see, let me tell you, it's a fact. But you're a journalist, you know. Tell me one person, a prominent person who has even caused this nation harm. Tell me one person I'll be able to prosecute. Tell me, you know what? I'm also coming with an agenda. Me, I'm telling you, I don't hate him. Tell me, we want to state facts. Look, if all pastors will get up in this nation and keep the politicians on toes, I'm telling you, this nation will be fine.
Who are we expecting to be at the protest ground?
Oh, well, actually, initially it was a one-man demonstration. You know, that was but people said, I want to join. So honestly, I can't really pinpoint those people. But I'm seeing Martin people around. Thank God I really thank him so much for his effort, the desire to join us. And also, I don't really know people but I want to urge all Ghanaians to come. Everybody come in your numbers. Today, I'm going to Circle Straight. Come in your numbers. I'm inviting all of you. Come, you join me. Let us do this thing. Let us fight. Let us keep them on toes. Look, let me tell you something. I don't know. Maybe I may sound something, but if right now we are to vote
as to whether or not the office should remain,
no, we have to vote for. Let me sound political a bit. If we are to vote
another election
for presidential whatever,
yeah,
I'm telling you the figures that NDC had would drop. Take it from me. Let Dankwa Mr. do is whatever.
Musa Dankwa.
Let him do that. If we are to vote now, the zeal, the love, the passion that people voted for John Dramani Mahama, it has dropped.
Because of the office of the special prosecutor?
Yes, because listen to me, there's so many things that is going on.
I think that's a stretch, don't you think?
No. When it comes, no.
Where elections held today, there will be a drop in votes.
There will be a drop because
the NDC because of the special prosecutor.
40% of people that voted for NDC, they voted on corruption. For John Dramani to deal with corruption.
That's his own oral that he's yet to.
Yes, so when you said the oral, have you been able to prosecute?
So that's the Attorney General.
And so let him go to court. Listen, you relax. We are building it. Everton, we are building it.
So from here, you take the pressure onto the Attorney General.
Look, there are 2 areas or 3 areas I'm going to mount pressure on. He himself, Attorney General. Number 2, the National Cathedral. We don't need cathedral for anything. We need to build schools. What about the 58 million cedis that $1 that they gave to them?
That figure has gone up to around 90 million.
90 million. Thank you. Why is you couldn't even account for those money? You don't even account for. We need money to build schools, dormitories, so that we will stop this track, this green light, whatever track. We need to build one, and we don't need cathedral. The other thing, 2 things I'm going to embark on next year. I'm going to embark on the cathedral. I'm going to embark on the EC chairperson. Thank you. But I will urge everybody to come. Please, everybody, I beg you with all due respect. Please, I'm inviting you. Come, join me. Let's petition the president on this matter. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Apostle, as well, for joining us in the studio. And that's Apostle. He says it's a one-man demonstration, but people are deciding to join him today in demanding that the office of the special prosecutor, puts in serious convictions of politically exposed persons, even though he's making the argument that he wants him removed and he wants the office dissolved. We will have conversations on this, but time for you to call us as well. Apostle, thank you very much for coming, so that we can hear your thoughts as well. And I mentioned the line has been buzzing for quite a while. But let's get straight in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for calling us. Give us your name, Eric, and where you're calling us from, please.
Eric, this is your friend Michael calling from Iowa, son of Mamobi side.
Michael, it's good to hear from you. Talk to me this morning.
Good morning to you and your colleagues. Good morning to my MP, Honorable Jaja, and the wife, Raja for Jaja. Clearly, what the apostle is saying, I agree with him. People voted based on corruption. Because, Eric, the monies that are with people, if we're able to get that money, will not even go and ask for any loan anywhere. Clearly, a lot of people vote based on so many things. I want to see roads, some people want to see the end of double track, inflation, the cedi to dollar and everything. President Mahama and NDC are doing well. Left with the area of corruption, we know the law it should also grind slowly and whatever. But we want to see speed up. They should speed up because a lot of people have taken all our money. You are not believing guilty until the competent comes of jurisdiction. So of course, our court system also has to be working. People have to call because we look at the SkyTrain, look at the Palugu Dam, look at a lot of things that we know very well where we campaign on. That MPP and their politicians have taken our money. Let the court work. It's not we chanting or going after political appointees and everything. It's a rule of law. When you take money, you have to pay back. Good morning to my people in our house enough.
Thank you very much, Michael, as well, for calling. And we're getting word, I'll get onto the other phone lines pretty short. We're getting word of serious vehicular traffic built up around the Achimota areas. I'm just going to get the details of that very, very quickly and inform the persons driving along that stretch and asking that you take caution in that regard. And so there's currently significant traffic build up on the Accra and Sawam road headed into Accra, starting from about 5 kilometers out. The Achimota traffic light isn't working and there is no police presence there right now, which is causing the heavy congestion. The drivers are requesting that authorities send officers to help manage the traffic flow, and so if the police is listening, that's very urgent that be done for them. Hello, good morning.
Hey, man, you are going to give me credit for being on the line.
Apologies.
How are you?
I'm doing well. Talk to us.
That is Papa Bisu on the line.
Papa Bisu, it's great to hear from you as always. I share your thoughts with us quickly as well. Today I couldn't. The time is not so long, and so I'll just apologize. We may have lost Papa Bisu. He mentioned credit issues, and so I know I am to blame for that. But call us again. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Give us your name and where you're calling us from, please.
Oh, this is Nokrasa.
Nokrasa, it's good to hear from you. Because I'm constrained with time, go straight to it for me.
Okay. Let me send my greatest to my DTV, Akuga Joa Shaman. Of any case, a special mosquito issue. I will say, you're touching the Besepa, and it couldn't aha. Maybe so, a day in 20 June. Often a non call a year former finance minister, nothing. Yebesre, Attorney General, Union and House, Special Prosecutor, or Man of Homeneso. You himself were you good lawyer, or yet or good tuma, and your deposition in man. Yebesre, or Magana, who him also. I nuti, what to me and Fendi Padino and Quadram and Man the Jumana, or them. Won't deliver FM or my Ghana, ye better. On papa, mummy, you, then the Tumano. She better than a chia out, a cheap domois, a better the cheap dom, Amana is successful, Nabi Biaku, will be trouble.
Thank you very much, Ukrasa. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Honorable Mawuena.
Trust that you're well.
By the grace of God, my name is Bright, calling from Abusukai.
Bright, it's good to hear from you as well. Talk to us this morning.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Let me say good morning to Honorable Alaji Yaokundo, in charge of operation, Honorable Peter T, and Honorable Alaji Raouf. Onim, Special Prosecutor, OSP, Isia Jabi. In the many years, I don't the mama. A year, or this office, no, a friend in him. Say it to me, appointing the Pafufo, a man in OSP office now, Yenguno. Because since you be a OSP office, no, Special Prosecutor office, no, you won't so be it's near Basu, Ediama Ghana for. And your taxpayers money, and the entity, and the mom, and yes, Kakitu Asuna, OSP, no, say, I was Special Prosecutor office on for so long. Who the former finance minister, Ken Ufuriata, up to 110 leso. What are the catchers say? Unim Tamas, Canufuriata, Bebo, my Ganamu, and Subusumia, Uju Sarari, Ade. This is the time, and yes, I on the money, Mama. And now we look at me, because I'm a mark of demonstration, maybe, Eddie Atia West, because if I saw there any office in the so, Eddie Magana for.
Thank you very much as well for calling. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mawuena. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. What about you?
Thank you. This is Lincoln. Yes, this morning, let me go quickly to EPA. Professor Amma Brown-Kluche, the good work she's doing together with the Eastern Regional Minister, Honorable Akosua Awate, and nine boss, Kenneth Boa, in terms of Galamsey. The fight is still on. The arrests are being made. Some of the chiefs think that they will not help this government fight Galamsey. And I will urge that Kenneth Boa and his team to continue to arrest the chiefs who are deeply involved in this destruction. Yes, about the special prosecutor. Was appointed by the Akufo-Addo, and then they lost power. During that time, did he send any of the Akufo-Addo appointees to jail? It never happened. And the same thing the man is at post doing today. So President Mahama should change him and bring somebody who is serious. I look at this special prosecutor, and I remember Akufo-Addo time when we were told that the young man who has swindled the people about gold bond, we were told that that guy, Nam1, was most wanted. Then, and we go to the website of that security, and there was nothing like most wanted. And we continue up to date. That guy, I don't know where he is today. So if I remember that guy, the gold guy, and what is happening now, it looks like it's the same thing. Because we are told that the former finance minister will be brought to this country. And he left the country before even election results were declared. So it is not something that this man will bring in. I will appeal to the president. Look, let's use the powers we have in this country as a country to make sure we bring this man to face the rigors of the law. Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling as well. We'll get somebody else to be on the phone lines with us. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, sir.
Please, my name is Aziz. I'm calling for Dome.
Aziz in Dome, it's good to hear from you. Talk to us quickly.
Thank you for opportunity given me this morning. May God bless you. Mpacho, Mamincha TDC Director Karis Makati and a lawyer Zuma or board the instrument and a number more. But over the local Benyaswa, my MCE, Mr. Agbo, Yami Enshran and a drip Set Agbo, Yami Shrama. Mpacho, OFC, na ye can and wash him. Where the Mipacho, or Mampeninoa, won't see the Ghana for Eka. Because OFC no ye were reason intina yep edini eco share ho enye yesu na edini eco share ho every for na opai no nobody eco share ho omo were reason intina omo si onko ye adwuma ne wo nti adwuma no oye no na ye hu mfaso e wo na adwuma no hu no a mepacho ye mampeni for all due respect no e de na ye si enye papa we because there is like all that place no e ka hu na ye bo nti former finance minister no Papa no up to now, no papa no timi mpaka na ha. Yetimi me pacho me bram pacho me bisawa temo. OFC nkwa no authority no betime ma former finance minister Ebagana Hana.
Well, it's an extradition process, and that's to be undertaken by the Attorney General, and so that's what the Attorney General is doing. It will require the facilitation of the U.S. government as well, and so that's one thing that we'll continue to look for. Thank you very much as well for sharing your thoughts. Bill is here. I'll pick one final caller just quickly. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Mawuena.
Yes, sir.
This is my friend, Nana Amuako from Asuboy in the Eastern region.
Nana Amuako, it's good to hear from you. Talk to us this morning.
Mawuena, yesterday was my birthday, and I give thanks to Almighty God for giving me yesterday as my birthday. So I'm praying to God to give me strength and good health.
A belated birthday to you as well, Nana Amuako. Talk to us this morning.
Thank you. Mr. Mawuena, the air also Ghana you are killing Ufurata on it. OSC no Najuma and so many. In the sense that no a woman we and I cannot Burata Akoko Priya, no uncle or Yahweh. From the Messiah, they are the most mistakes of Rata Ewu Kukai. Today, into one stop on it. Many who do one and out of the Okopanaba. And I even at all. They didn't have a year with Rata on them. The Oba, that's how I'm okay, man. You can have a Edima. Assembly and the OS of the camp. So, yet me and Jajini Panasas who I have on it, all my uncle cost here. na me de e say krofata nso so ofo say ye o si kanu odi ma e dey na on fe na oma na asam enketia na sanko de asoko to be tro twere because kana kwa say ase de waye no ye ka say waye eni na on so baba o man ni mu ye bi se bisa on ten bi no akofu because na ye finance minister kebi ye tie bia no o na ma order say ye tie say skarum and so go because of mama order say ye tie skarum so o be ye hwemu ansa na wa makwase say skarum ye ntua ansa na ye tua nti won sem bia o so o ya nti o no me ya no na me di ti no na ma say ye me da no say ye fra kata to ngi na say ye ma me say nam sama kro no ye fra on fa nembla no me 7 is great chance na o we dey for 10 years because we for my kro no after my sky just on for get the can one get the poor o me ma aso this kind of out or the edge of the man you any money busia for jomra number 5 I can't go to that.
Thank you very much, Nana Marco, as well for calling. Unfortunately, Nana Marco will be my final caller for this morning because of time constraint. Billy Shen is here with the latest in terms of sports. The Gunners, this week is an interesting week. PSG, it's Bayern, and then Chelsea over the weekend, and then it rolls on and on and on and on and on. But you're confident you're still gunning for both titles, the Champions League and then the EPL.
Life is easy.
Absolutely, fantastic, fantastic. I'll take no further words from you. Life is easy.
Thank you.
And that's Billy Shen. He will bring us the Eze Sports a bit.
92.7 3 FM. 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 92.
Morning and welcome to sports here on Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. My name is Bill Ishen. Let's start off from the Ghana Premier League, where Asante Kotoko head coach Karim Zito says keeping his players well rested amidst the congestion of fixtures is important. The Porcupine Warriors are set to face Basake Holy Stars on Wednesday in their final outstanding Ghana Premier League tie, 3 days after playing Samartex in Samreboy.
Well, we have to manage ourselves, and I have to do my best and then manage the players too. The most important thing is the resting period, where I make sure that they rest for the next assignment. Again, I've been saying it all the time. The moment you allow yourself to be recruited by any institution, that is your destiny and you have to go by it. So those of us here, we agreed to work for Asante Kotoko. So whatever situation we find ourselves in, we have to change the narrative and then do our best to achieve our target.
That was Abdul Karim Zito Kabute, the head coach of Asante Kotoko. Away from the Ghana Premier League to women's football, where Black Queens coach Kimlas Björkegren has named the squad to take on England's Lionesses in an international friendly on December 2nd in Southampton. A recall was handed to Anastasia Echa, while Benedict Simon was given a maiden debut. My colleague Akosie J takes a closer look at the team in the following report.
Ghana Black Queens coach Kimlas Björkegren has named 24 players ahead of the team's clash with the Lionesses of England. It is the final game in the homecoming series for the 2025 Euro Champions, organized to thank fans for their support and to begin preparations for the 2027 FIFA Women's World Cup. This will be the first meeting between the two sides. The Black Queens were bronze medalists at the 2024 WAFCON, while the Lionesses are the European champions. Anastasia Echa returns to the squad after a long absence, and Civets Geneva FC defender Benedict Simon ends her debut call-up. Coach Kimlas will use this high-profile match to measure his team against a World Cup contender, as the 2025 Women's African Cup of Nations will serve as a World Cup qualifier. The match will be played on Tuesday, December 2nd at the St. Mary's Stadium.
That was a report by Akosia J. Let's head to Europe now because the UEFA Champions League is once again back. Champions League is back. Galatasaray will take on Royal Union Saint-Gilloise while Ajax square off against the Benfica. Bodo Glimt will play host to Juventus whilst Villarreal travel to the Signal Iduna Park to face Dortmund. And Napoli will look to get their campaign back on track when they face Karabakh, while high-flying Marseille take on Newcastle United. Meanwhile, Manchester City are set to take on Bayer Leverkusen at the Etihad Stadium, and City are yet to be defeated after 4 rounds of games, scoring 10 times and conceding 3. City boss Pep Guardiola assessed his team's campaign so far ahead of that tie against Leverkusen.
Again, the Monaco we play outstanding, and now we start the last 4 games, 2 at home, 2 away tomorrow. Sorting the table in Bundesliga, massively important game to finish what we want to finish in the first 8, and of course, winning tomorrow and 1 more point will be already qualified for the next round in front of the 23 or 24 teams like last season was in the first half in the Bruges game. Last one were out, so that's why tomorrow is important and focus is what you have to do.
That was Pep Guardiola, the head coach of Manchester City. The biggest game of the night will be between Chelsea and Barcelona, which will be taking place at the Stamford Bridge. Both sides head into the game locked on 7 points. However, Chelsea received a huge boost in their bid to secure their first Champions League victory over Barcelona since 2012, with the possible inclusion of star forward Cole Palmer. He suffered a toe injury, missing a chunk of Chelsea's games in the last few matches. Now, his opposite number, we're talking about the head coach of Barcelona, Hansi Flick, says Barcelona are going to adapt to Chelsea's style of play.
So we always adapt to the opponent, always. It's always the same. So we know how we want to play, but also what is necessary for the opponent, what's necessary, or what he give us, or what kind of opportunities, and this is always like that. So it's not like we go in every game the same strategy. No, it's always different.
That was Hansi Flick, the head coach of Barcelona. Of course, the head coach of Chelsea, Enzo Maresca, is very, very happy that Cole Palmer is possibly going to return against Barcelona. Now, Manchester United suffered a 1-0 defeat to 10-man Everton in the Premier League on Monday night. A Kieran Dewsbury Hall first half strike was enough to separate both sides after Gana Gueye was sent off for violent conduct against his own teammate Michael Keane. After the game, Manchester United head coach Ruben Amorim expressed his disappointment with that result.
Frustration, disappointment about the way we play the game. I think they were the better team with 11. They defend really well with 10 men, 70 minutes. So I think we deserve to lose. We didn't play well. We didn't play with the right intensity. And that's it.
They didn't play well. They didn't play with the right intensity, according to the head coach of Manchester United. That is Ruben Amorim. And that means that Manchester United are currently in the bottom half of the Premier League table alongside the likes of Tottenham Hotspurs and Everton themselves. And so a lot to improve on as the weeks go by in the Premier League. And of course, that's it for the sports segment here on the 3FM Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. My name is Bill Ishen. We'll see you at the same time on Wednesday with more updates from the UEFA Champions League. Until then, of course, we have DJ Abiam on standby with some lovely, lovely tunes.
3 FM 92.7 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 3 FM
Years been long, deadlines, hustle, pressure. Now it's time to breathe, to dance, to feel again. The music hits, waves crush, energy rises. You're surrounded by good people and golden light. This is your reset, your freedom, your joy. 3FM All White Party, the beach edition, where paradise meets the party. Labadi Beach Hotel, 28 December. Lock it up. Years been long, deadlines, hustle, pressure. Now it's time to breathe, to dance, to feel again. The music hits, waves crash, energy rises. You're surrounded by good people and golden light. This is your reset, your freedom, your joy. 3FM All White Party, the beach edition, where paradise meets the party. Labadi Beach Hotel, 28 December. Lock it up. Years been long, deadlines, hustle, pressure. Now it's time to breathe, to dance, to feel again. The music hits, waves crash, energy rises. You're surrounded by good people and golden light. This is your reset, your freedom, your joy. 3FM All White Party, the beach edition, where paradise meets the party. Labadi Beach Hotel, 28 December. Lock it up. Years been long, deadline.
This December, give your kids what they really want. Your time, your full attention. Cerelac in partnership with 3FM presents Family Fun Day. #Familac 2025. A full-day adventure packed with games, family competitions, live performances. Happening Friday, 5th December at Good Park from 9 a.m. To register your family for free, dial *928*12*11#. For vendor bookings or inquiries, call or WhatsApp us on 053-11-00927 or 053-220-0927. Family Fun Day, powered by Cerelac and brought to you by 3FM.
Years been long, deadlines, hustle, pressure. Now it's time to breathe, to dance, to feel again. The music hits, waves crash, energy rises. You're surrounded by good people and golden light. This is your reset, your freedom, your joy. 3FM All White Party, the beach edition, where paradise meets the party. Labadi Beach Hotel, 28 December. Lock it up.
You know, I've watched you. Sometimes our people disagree with you, but I mean, I understand some of your approach. I mean, sometimes we take a hard bite. It helps us as politicians.
Nowadays, when I listen to you, I even panic.
Why?
Maybe, hey,
why do you panic?
The way you, Papa, you know, Papa.
Figuratively, he bites as hard as he can. Okay. And of course, when he puts his fangs into you, you certainly feel it. I think it pretty.
Watch Johnny's bite.
Can do better. In wrapping up, for example, Kunzo, show me the cattle grazing in the heart of the city. We say we are getting better. This was at around the Kolebu area. Cattle grazing in the city, around a place called Baba, around Kolebu area. Cattle grazing in the city. Alote, good morning to you. This is the ring road. The ring road. You're heading towards, what do you call it? The Circle Dubai. What is wrong with us? And you have assemblies there, you have DCs and MCs there, you are supposed to have, what do you call it, Metro guards there, you are supposed to have a community, everybody is there, but everybody seems to watch. Look, where the cattle were grazing, it's not far from where the police checkpoint is. And they see somebody following the cattle and shepherding the cattle and holding a stick and guiding the cattle, and they are watching. Here ends my sermon. Please call me 0559. I still don't understand why, as a country, we still collect monies from people who want to serve our country. Recently, people have been making videos, and it is true indeed. They literally bait you elsewhere with goodies and how much you'll be paid and what you'll be. They are in the eateries and in the parks, etc., sharing leaflets and talking to people, as to why they should come and join the army and all of that. In our case, you have to pay. And you literally be humiliated. You have your forms. You'll be made to move from this side. Say, hey, everybody left. Hey, everybody right. Hey, everybody go now. Everybody up. I know it's a regimented space. But can we change things the way it is? I remember that, 84,000 people were made to congregate at the Elwak Sports Stadium once upon a time. We took monies from 84,000 young people. How many jobs did we give them? How many jobs did we give them? And it looks like it's a money-making venture for everybody, from the universities to the law school to the police to the immigration to fire service to prisons to the army. It looks like it's a money-making venture for people. I am not saying that because you have space for 13 people, you should sell 13 forms. No. You can have a certain threshold, or maybe sell a double or triple. That's understandable. You know you have space for less than 100 people, and you sell forms for more than 2,500 people. You know. So we are literally exploiting the people because they are desperate for jobs. And I'm saying that should not be happening as a country. And I keep telling you that some of the people at the helm of affairs back in the day when they were in the universities had jobs being pushed to them, job offers. They themselves came to tell us. They came to tell us that the UACs and what have you were literally coming to them because they were looking for university graduates. So they will come and push the offers, under their doors. After they have taken allowances for going to school, and after they have had breakfast, lunch, and supper and snacks. After they have had orderlies come to take care of their rooms. Yes. That's a reality. In the past, all these goodies were enjoyed. Today, we are told that we are getting better. But the better that we are getting, or whatever description you want to give to it or assign to it, it doesn't look better. And I'm sure that we can do better. In wrapping,
has been long. Deadlines, hustle, pressure. Now it's time to breathe, to dance, to feel again. The music hits, waves crush, energy rises. You're surrounded by good people and golden light. This is your reset, your freedom, your joy. 3FM All White Party, the beach edition, where paradise meets the party. Labadi Beach Hotel, 28 December. Lock it up. Has been long. Deadlines, hustle, pressure. Now it's time to breathe, to dance, to feel again. The music hits, waves crush, energy rises. You're surrounded by good people and golden light. This is your reset, your freedom, your joy. 3FM All White Party, the beach edition, where paradise meets the party. Labadi Beach Hotel, 28 December. Lock it up. Has been long. Deadlines, hustle, pressure. Now it's time to breathe, to dance, to feel again. The music hits, waves crush, energy rises. You're surrounded by good people and golden light. This is your reset, your freedom, your joy. 3FM All White Party, the beach edition, where paradise meets the party. Labadi Beach Hotel, 28 December. Lock it up. Has been long. Deadlines, hustle, pressure. Now it's time to breathe, to dance, to feel again. The music hits, waves crush, energy rises. You're surrounded by good people and golden light. This is your reset, your freedom, your joy. 3FM All White Party, the beach edition, where paradise meets the party. Labadi Beach Hotel, 28 December. Lock it up. Has been long. Deadlines, hustle, pressure. Now it's time to breathe, to dance, to feel again. The music hits, waves crush, energy rises. You're surrounded by good people and golden light. This is your reset, your freedom, your joy. 3FM All White Party, the beach edition, where paradise meets the party. Labadi Beach Hotel, 28 December. Lock it up.
This December, give your kids what they really want. Your time, your full attention. Cerelac in partnership with 3FM presents Family Fun Day. Hashtag Familac 2025. A full day adventure packed with games, family competitions, live performances happening Friday, 5th December at Good Park from 9 a.m. To register your family for free, dial *928*12*11#. For vendor bookings or inquiries, call or WhatsApp us on 053-11-00927 or 053-220-0927. Family Fun Day, powered by Cerelac and brought to you by 3FM. This December, give your kids what they really want. Your time, your full attention. Cerelac in partnership with 3FM presents Family Fun Day. Hashtag Familac 2025. A full day adventure packed with games, family competitions, live performances happening Friday, 5th December at Good Park from 9 a.m. To register your family for free, dial *928*12*11#. For vendor bookings or inquiries, call or WhatsApp us on 053-11-00927 or 053-220-0927. Family Fun Day, powered by Cerelac and brought to you by 3FM. This December, give your kids what they really want. Your time, your full attention. Cerelac in partnership with 3FM presents Family Fun Day. Hashtag Familac 2025. A full day adventure packed with games, family competitions, live performances happening Friday, 5th December at Good Park from 9 a.m. To register your family for free, dial *928*12*11#. For vendor bookings or inquiries, call or WhatsApp us on 053-11-00927 or 053-220-0927. Family Fun Day, powered by Cerelac and brought to you by 3FM. This December, give your kids what they really want. Your time, your full attention. Cerelac in partnership with 3FM presents Family Fun Day. Hashtag Familac 2025. A full day adventure packed with games, family competitions, live performances happening Friday, 5th December at Good Park from 9 a.m. To register your family for free, dial *928*12*11#. For vendor bookings or inquiries, call or WhatsApp us on 053-11-00927 or 053-220-0927. Family Fun Day, powered by Cerelac and brought to you by 3FM. This December, give your kids what they really want. Your time, your full attention. Cerelac in partnership with 3FM presents Family Fun Day. Hashtag Familac 2025. A full day adventure packed with games, family competitions, live performances happening Friday, 5th December at Good Park from 9 a.m. To register your family for free, dial *928*12*11#. For vendor bookings or inquiries, call or WhatsApp us on 053-11-00927 or 053-220-0927. Family Fun Day, powered by Cerelac and brought to you by 3FM. This December, give your kids what they really want. Your time, your full attention. Cerelac in partnership with 3FM presents Family Fun Day. Hashtag Familac 2025. A full day adventure packed with games, family competitions, live performances happening Friday, 5th December at Good Park from 9 a.m. To register your family for free, dial *928*12*11#. For vendor bookings or inquiries, call or WhatsApp us on 053-11-00927 or 053-220-0927. Family Fun Day, powered by Cerelac and brought to you by 3FM. This December, give your kids what they really want. Your time, your full attention. Cerelac in partnership with 3FM presents Family Fun Day. Hashtag Familat 2025. A full day adventure packed with games, family competitions, live performances happening Friday, 5th December at Good Park from 9 a.m. To register your family for free, dial *928*12*11#. For vendor bookings or inquiries, call or WhatsApp us on 053-11-00927 or 053-220-0927. Family Fun Day, powered by Cerelac and brought to you by 3FM.
Years been long, deadlines, hustle, pressure. Now it's time to breathe, to dance, to feel again. The music hits, waves crush, energy rises. You're surrounded by good people and golden light. This is your reset, your freedom, your joy. 3FM All White Party, the beach edition, where paradise meets the party. Labadi Beach Hotel, 28 December. Lock it up. Years been long, deadlines, hustle, pressure. Now it's time to breathe, to dance, to feel again. The music hits, waves crush, energy rises. You're surrounded by good people and golden light. This is your reset, your freedom, your joy. 3FM All White Party, the beach edition, where paradise meets the party. Labadi Beach Hotel, 28 December. Lock it up. Years been long, deadlines, hustle, pressure. Now it's time to breathe, to dance, to feel again. The music hits, waves crush, energy rises. You're surrounded by good people and golden light. This is your reset, your freedom, your joy. 3FM All White Party, the beach edition, where paradise meets the party. Labadi Beach Hotel, 28 December. Lock it up. Years been long, deadlines, hustle, pressure. Now it's time to breathe, to dance, to feel again. The music hits, waves crush, energy rises. You're surrounded by good people and golden light. This is your reset, your freedom, your joy. 3FM All White Party, the beach edition, where paradise meets the party. Labadi Beach Hotel, 28 December. Lock it up. Years been long, deadlines, hustle, pressure. Now it's time to breathe, to dance, to feel again. The music hits, waves crush, energy rises. You're surrounded by good people and golden light. This is your reset, your freedom, your joy. 3FM All White Party, the beach edition, where paradise meets the party. Labadi Beach Hotel, 28 December. Lock it up. Years been long, deadlines, hustle, pressure. Now it's time to breathe, to dance, to feel again. The music hits, waves crush, energy rises. You're surrounded by good people and golden light. This is your reset, your freedom, your joy. 3FM All White Party, the beach edition, where paradise meets the party. Labadi Beach Hotel, 28 December. Lock it up. Years been long, deadlines, hustle, pressure. Now it's time to breathe, to dance, to feel again. The music hits, waves crush, energy rises. You're surrounded by good people and golden light. This is your reset, your freedom, your joy. 3FM All White Party, the beach edition, where paradise meets the party. Labadi Beach Hotel, 28 December. Lock it up.
You know, I've watched you. Sometimes our people disagree with you, but I mean, I understand some of your approach. I mean, sometimes we take a hard bite. It helps us as politicians.
Nowadays, when I listen to you, I even panic.
Why?
Maybe, hey,
Why do you panic?
the way you, Papa, you know, Papa.
Figuratively, he bites as hard as he can.
Okay.
And of course, when he puts his fangs into you, you certainly feel it. I think it pretty.
Watch Johnny's bite.
can do better. In wrapping up, for example, Kunzo, show me the cattle grazing in the heart of the city. We say we are getting better. This was around the Kolebu area. Cattle grazing in the city, around a place called Baba, around Kolebu area. Cattle grazing in the city. Alote, good morning to you. This is the ring road. The ring road. You are heading towards, what do you call it? The Circle Dubai. What is wrong with us? And you have assemblies there, you have DCs and MCs there, you are supposed to have, what do you call it, Metro guards there, you are supposed to have a Kominini, everybody is there, but everybody seems to watch. Look, where the cattle were grazing, it's not far from where the police checkpoint is. And they see somebody following the cattle and shepherding the cattle and holding a stick and guiding the cattle. And they are watching. Here ends my sermon. Please call me 055-924-2717.
92.7 FM. 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 92.7 FM.
And myself, Sixtus lurking around the corner somewhere. And so that huge deal of what could potentially be another petition long drawn, which we wait to see what the outcome will be. Only that in the case of the Electoral Commission, and I've let out the cut from the bag, we've seen a process like this play out somewhere 2017 thereabout into 2018 involving Charlotte Osei and her deputies. What it is that we've seen is that there's another individual who has been interdicted. It actually works with the Electoral Commission, Joseph Blankson Edumazi, who says that he has written to the president and asking that they investigate, if possible. A committee will be set up if the Chief Justice now finds a prima facie case against the or on face value says there's something for them to answer. He's asking that they look into these matters and then the Electoral Commission and their deputies answer for what he says a number of issues, but he will not go into the details. We have a copy of the statement that he issued, and for our listeners who follow us on Facebook, you can go on Facebook as well, and then myself and Helen will try and walk through that right now, and then we can get a bit more, because he will join us on the phone lines as well for a quick conversation on this particular one as well. But Helen, you want to start for us what he's been saying?
All right, so this is the public statement, and it reads as follows. I wish to inform the general public that I, Joseph Blankson Edumazi, a citizen of the Republic of Ghana, and staff of the Electoral Commission have submitted a formal petition to the President of the Republic of Ghana in accordance with Article 146 of the 1992 Constitution, seeking the removal of Mrs. Jean Adukwe-Mensah, the chairperson of the Electoral Commission, Dr. Bosman Eric Asare, Deputy Chairperson Corporate Services, and Mr. Samuel Tete, Deputy Chairperson Operations, from office. Without disclosing the content of the petition in accordance with law, the petition cites 12 counts of stated misbehavior, including cronyism, abuse of office, and gross incompetence, which have collectively undermined public confidence in the Electoral Commission and pose a threat to the credibility, independence, and integrity of Ghana's electoral process. This action is taken in the supreme interest of the 1992 Constitution, accountable governance, and preservation of the dignity of the Electoral Commission. I have therefore respectfully prayed the President of the Republic of Ghana to act in accordance with his constitutional duty by referring the petition to the Chief Justice for the determination of a prima facie case. I remain committed to upholding the principles of transparency, fairness, and integrity in our democratic institutions.
Right. So that's pretty much the entirety of her statement. I didn't hear a lot from you in the mornings as to what you made of this in particular, but for many people, this is not surprising. And I'll say not surprising for a number of reasons, in that there's a suspicion that, look, this is always what the NDC government was going to do. It's a claim, it's an allegation that's been there for quite a while, and so not many surprise. That's why perhaps we saw the details captured in the manner in which it was captured. But in and by yourself, what it is that we're seeing and this petition coming at this time, because you were saying at this time.
Yeah.
And we're seeing a new CJ as well coming through.
Yeah.
Great timing. What do you make of it? I just
depending
want to
on what side of the divide you are, you might call it interesting timing. You might call it strategic timing. You might call it divine timing.
Divine it.
You might call it divine timing, a divine intervention. Now, in the run-up to the 2024 election, we saw the kind of fracas that ensued between the NDC and the EC. I mean, I can list a litany of issues that were, hotly contested between the two entities. You had Coral Draw, you had problems with the register, the NDC calling for an overhaul, and the consistent cries on the part of the NDC that this EC just simply wasn't fit for purpose, a host of other issues. However, this year, matters seem to have maybe simmered down or quietened down, only to be hit with this particular petition, which comes from a member of staff, as it were, of the Electoral Commission, which I think adds another layer of, I don't even know how I would term it, but certainly makes things a lot more interesting. We don't have the full details of the issues as outlined, cronyism, gross incompetence, and this individual says that there are 12 counts to talk of, and I'm sure we will be maybe not too surprised by some of the issues that will finally emerge, because these had been front and center even before the 2024 election. This idea that this EC was just grossly incompetent and issues here and there, and I think that's all going to come to bear. The Daily Guide this morning said what? Mahama to remove.
Yeah.
For, like I said, for certain persons, they think it's a foregone conclusion that Jidman's a chairperson and her two deputies are out of here. That's how they read the situation so far. And so we wait to see what the next steps are. And as you outlined this morning, we know that now Chief Justice Paul Bafo-Boni, will have that responsibility of determining if this actually even moves forward in any capacity. He will have the full details of what is being alleged, these 12 counts that are being alleged in this petition. We can only wait to follow on in that journey. But as it unravels, we make our inferences and our inputs, and also solicit expert opinions.
And he's been speaking, and we'll seek to get him on. We'll seek to get him on the phone line as well. But like you said, it's very interesting timing that we're seeing this particular petition come out. And I find it even very intriguing that he decides to put out his name, who he is speaking openly. There is the legal conversation as to what this means or what this does to the petition. Because remember, the 146 process is supposed to be discreet and is supposed to carry an air of... I'll return to the word discreet again. Nobody is supposed to know about it. It's not supposed to be something where there will be open conversations about the subject matter. That's why the committee process is even such that it's in camera. Nobody comes to talk about it. In the under the 146 committee, which was set up for the CJ, that brought about instances where people were raising eyebrows as to whether or not it was indeed right for commentaries and the likes to have come out, even from the former Chief Justice and all of that. But we've seen this petition before, and when it came out the first time, it was a number of staff who had come together who petitioned. We didn't have them openly speaking, because already he's spoken to about 2 or 3 media houses already, explaining what he believes is his side of the story and his basis upon which, and the fact that he's not doing this out of anger or anything, because he's been interdicted. Apparently he's been accused of having been responsible in one way or the other for the BVDs that ended up in private hands. I think we saw some BVD machines, which was even a basis for concern and the demand for investigations. He says nothing has been substantiated. We'll seek to have him explain what these accusations are when we get him on the show. But that is his position and the claim against him. But he says it is not the basis upon which he has filed this petition to the president.
I actually forgot about that saga that involved missing BVDs and I think some corresponding laptops. I don't recall that we ever got to the bottom of what exactly the issues were. I think at some point the EC had said that, we have retrieved these machines and that if they are... I
think that in some part they said they had auctioned some of them off.
There were some issues that I think we still needed and still wanted clarification on. And maybe this is the time that some resolution will be brought to these issues because the elections have, been long gone. We've forgotten some of these incidents. But at the time that it was unfolding, it was a pretty big deal, whether or not...
it was fit for purpose. It was a subject of very intense conversations as to whether or not... these are very protected materials.
That's
in fact,
right.
there was a case of one stolen from the warehouse of the Electoral Commission, and people were asking questions. Secured CCTV riddled environment, and someone is stealing a BVD machine and all of that. Surely that cannot be the case. And so all of that is why there is the concern or sometimes the perception, or based on his own words, people are seeking to suggest that perhaps it's sour grapes and he's seeking to take advantage of a process like this. And it will re-engineer the conversation whether or not we need to re-look the removal process, because as it is now, anybody can just get up and say, so and so and so, and then
whether or not those that are tasked to find out whether there's a prima facie will find one, that's another leg of the conversation. Yes, by all means, people can send in petitions, but do they carry weight? Do they have a leg to stand on? That's what really elevates that conversation, and that's yet to be determined by the CJ in this instance. 12 counts, he says, even though he hasn't given us the details, what will stick and what will not.
It's a question that remains, and a question that we'll be seeking to get a bit more in terms of answers to as well here on the 3FM Sunrise. But we've gone to his petition. We're just hoping we can get him, and then we'll get a few of our of the lawyers as well to join us. We understand he had agreed to speak to us, but currently he's not answering just as yet. And so we will get into those details. But what we know as well is the development from Pandai, which is of considerable interest to us here as well. Yesterday we had a high court in Tamale, of the many things, make a number of assertions, or rulings rather. Assertions, they could be in trouble with that. When the court speaks, it is not assertions, they are rulings. They're supposed to be final. And so the court made some final determinations on a matter subject to appeal, which we understand there's that notice and the intention to as well put in an application for stay. I want us to listen to the lawyers of the two, one for the NDC candidate, and then as well Matthew Nyindam's lawyers on what they made of everything, and then perhaps we'll return and then we'll begin to have the conversation proper.
Certainly.
Every district election collation center, there are certain rights that are preserved for the candidates. Now, when the polling station closes, you move to the district collation center, and that's the parliamentary collation center, and certain things can be done there, including asking for a recount of even the polling station. Now, when you say that there are disturbances at the collation center, the law is clear that you either adjourn it to the next day, or you can adjourn it even for a week. But you don't relocate the district or redesignate the collation center without notice to the participating candidates. And then you, when you are brought to court, decide that you are going to support one side against the other, making allegations that the petitioner was involved in busing hooligans to the place to come and destroy property and also to engage in acts which were inconsistent with the election laws. When the district election officer was put in the box, he could not even point one, even his own videos, to show that indeed the petitioner had done any of those things. So clearly, our point was very simple. The failure to notify the petitioner of the relocation and redesignation of the collation center meant that clearly there was no way he could have participated in the collation and to be able to exercise his rights, which included serious irregularities which we brought to the court. So in the fairness of the entire thing, including the ample evidence that there was complete destruction of the biometric verification system and all that, the only alternative would be to rerun the election. And so we are very happy that the court has ordered that within 30 days, the election should be rerun. The power and the sovereignty lies with the people. It is for them to decide who their MP is. And you cannot be a beneficiary of such an incident and call yourself an MP. That is out of the question. So the alleged MP, who has now been clearly exposed as not being the MP elect, was a beneficiary of a rigged system by the district election officer. And I will appeal to the petitioner and the NDC election committee to ensure that that district election officer does not return back to that position, because he can cause mayhem in this country if he's allowed to do so.
Thank you. We believe that the petition was frivolous, but the court has decided otherwise. So we respect the decision of the court, but we strongly disagree with the judgment, and we have already shown our agreement by filing a competent notice of appeal, and we've added a motion for stay of execution. As a lawyer, if you have picked certain information that judgment will be compromised, you prepare. So you come for the judgment with a notice of appeal in your pocket.
So that's counsel. That the last individual was counsel for Mr. Nyindam, who spoke there. Mr. Nyindam, in and by himself as well, spoke to journalists yesterday. I want us to take a listen to what his arguments were in and by himself. That's where he gave the indication of the notice of appeal, and then as well the application for stay, which was going to be subsequently put before the court on that particular one. He had this to say when he spoke to journalists yesterday, and we'll just take a listen to him right now as well, and then I'll return to you, Helen. On the subject matter,
then, over the
in terms of what's been happening, and he's been writing on Facebook as well, and said emphatically that look, there's no cause for alarm. The individual should be calm, and they should fret very little, because everything is under control, and they will emerge victorious after the entire process is done. That was his assertion, and we can listen to him as well. I'm just trying to get that for us quickly in terms of his reaction to the development from yesterday as well. But it's looking like the troubles in terms of the NPP's numbers is not quite done yet for now, and we may just have another by-election in the offing. All things.
Well, a full rerun. I think it's one of the entire
rerun, but it's termed a by-election nonetheless. So let's take a listen to him now. I think I've got the exact point where he was speaking, and then we can return and have the conversation.
I want to put on record that yes, we respect what the judge has said. We vehemently disagree with him. I know that I won the election with a difference of 3,734. That is a clear victory. And if you look at the pink sheets, it's on record that they've admitted that every single pink sheet was given to all the political parties. I have my 152 pink sheets. They have their 152 pink sheets. And if you put the results together,
we have won the elections. For some reasons, powers that may be, they decided to come to court, and knowing very well that maybe they'll be able to use the state's powers to overturn certain things. But I think that we are in a country that is governed by laws. And that is why the courts are arranged from a lower level to a higher level. So that when a ruling is given at a lower level and you disagree, you move to the next level, which we have done this time. We have completely filed our stay of execution. The lawyer has done that. He's filed the appeal to as well. And we think that God being so good, the next is...
That is Matthew Nyindam, and he's been writing on Facebook as well, on urging the constituents that they should become. And so if you're on Facebook, you see that, dear good people of Pandai, don't shiver, don't be perturbed, don't waver. We are a formidable team and nothing can break us. We will surely exhaust all the legal means, is what he says there as well. I don't know what you make of it, but we're talking about whether or not it's a by-election or it's a rerun.
Yes, that's right, because this has been, although listening to both parties yesterday, I think what I gathered is that there were mainly 41 centers in contention. However, the court's ruling is that in 30 days, the entire process is rerun. Now, I recall actually at the time of the elections, Roxanne Nelson Dafiamakpa of the NDC, Member of Parliament, had shared certain videos on his X page. I actually went back in time because I recalled he had shared some very chaotic scenes of what happened in Pandai and the reasons for which we have, come to where we are now. And it was very, very chaotic scenes. I mean, we had pockets of chaos during the 2024 elections, and certainly Pandai, if you watch those visuals, was one that was seriously in contention. Looking at the results from, this is 2024, I believe.
Yes.
This would correspond with what Nyindam was saying, that he won by, he's confident, over 3,034 votes. So if you look at, if you're watching us on Facebook, Matthew Nyindam of the NPP, 27,647, and he was declared with some 53.2%. Daniel Wakpal of the NDC, 24,213. That gives him 46.6% of the votes. And then APC also had a candidate. They had one, Donko Eric Nipeni.
The Eric name is...
Why?
He's using it to trail.
0.20%. He had some 104 votes. Interestingly, this would have been a skirt and blouse affair, or it was a skirt and blouse affair, because John Dramani Mahama actually won marginally. Yeah. Bear in mind, because look at the difference. Some 25,488 votes going to the NDC as against Dr. Mahmoud
So I think it was a
74
votes difference.
Very, very slim indeed. 25,414, representing 49.93% of the vote. So in this instance, if the appeals don't hold any, barring any halting, occasioned by the courts, we could see another very stiff competition.
It will be.
But Nyindam says that he's worried that state machinery and possible state cohesion could mean that he won't be declared because, it's different now. Government is having a good run. The constituents might be wooed by, juicy promises, but we've seen it happen in times past where sitting government's candidates still wasn't able to muscle their way through. We'll see what happens in this particular instance. Everybody else 00000. This one was just between NPP and the NDC as far as the Pandai constituency is concerned. We read what Nyindam had to say. He said, don't waver, don't be perturbed. It's all going to be fine.
We'll get onto the phone lines. I just raised a feed, and Rashid Tanko, unfortunately, we lost him on the phone lines, and so we're just trying to reconnect with him on that score. But of what it is that we see that it's a constituency that has swung since 2016 thereabout, in terms of who has won what. But let's get on to the phone lines. Rashid Tanko Computer Al-Hajj is a Deputy Director of Elections of the NDC. He's joined us via the phones this morning. Al-Hajj, good morning to you. Thank you very much for joining us here on the 3FM Sunrise.
My brother, let me say good morning to you and your co-panelists, my sister there. And your cherished listeners across Ghana.
Unfortunately, we couldn't have you in studio. I understand you had to make a quick dash back to the office.
Yes, I had to rush for some emergency program somewhere.
But
next time I'll be in the studio.
Absolutely. You were there yesterday. Has it come to your attention and your candidate as well that Mr. Nyindam has filed a notice of appeal and an application pending to stay the decision of the High Court, because you were confident you were going to win massively when that rerun comes around, but the election, so that elections might not come off after all because he's seeking to challenge the outcome of the ruling yesterday?
Well, let me tell you, we are not perturbed at all as a political party. I mean, it's within his right to go for appeal and then the motion of stay. That's within his right. We have no problem at all with that. But we know that nothing will come out of it. Completely. He's just wasting everybody's time. He's just trying to assuage his supporters that they are doing something about it. But nothing will come out of it. The verdict was so strict. I mean, we presented enough evidence before the trial judge. We cross-examined their witnesses. I mean, the first respondent, Electoral Commission was properly scrutinized and cross-examined by our lawyers. And so we knew that this was how the verdict was going to be, because clearly the guys did not organize the election well. It was not properly organized in terms of the coalition. They did their own thing. They just organized themselves to tamale, sat there, concocted figures, and announced them as a winner. I mean, we're not going to take this. And we were patient enough. Since December, we've been following through this up to yesterday. So we are patient enough. And so this is not an issue at all. They will still lose. I mean, so we are not perturbed, but rather preparing towards the by-election. We know finally there will be a by-election, so we are preparing towards it.
You are preparing towards it, but are you preparing for what possibly could be another challenge and another delay in terms of the constituency having a member of parliament? Because as it stands now, the court has ordered Mr. Nyindam not to hold himself out as an MP.
Well, he has filed a motion of state of execution. That means that he's trying to arrest the decision of the court yesterday whilst pending appeal, right? So technically we can still say that the constituency has an MP because of the processes he has filed. But it won't be long. You know, this matter will terminate at appeal court. So it's not going to any Supreme Court there. That it will have a long haul process. It won't be long. They are just wasting everybody's time. Instead of them to go and organize themselves for the election, they are using all these antics to waste their people's time and give their supporters some high blood pressure. Nothing will come out.
For you in the NDC, we know the Pandai constituency is not the only one you're challenging. Is there a status report on the others, even as we continue in this conversation on Pandai and what can be going into that rerun?
Mawuena, the constituency is a traditional constituency. It's a traditional NDC constituency. Since 1992, we've been winning all the presidential in that constituency. Even the parliament, our late MP, Honorable Parliament, he won it almost 6 times, getting to 6 times. He won severally. I mean, so for that constituency, it's a traditional NDC constituency. I even saw the presidential, the last one. We won it. It's just that some few problems arose in those times that led us to even reducing our vote margin. Otherwise, we always win with massive gap. But I can assure you, we are going to win this one with some large margin there. NPP, if they knew, they shouldn't go for the by-election because the defeat they will get, only God knows.
Where is this confidence stemming from? Because elections, if anything, is to go by from the 2024 election results. He won with over 3,000 votes. In fact, we've just been looking at the numbers.
That was rigged votes. That's why they nullify it. Fake.
Okay, so even if we want to look at the presidential outcome, President Mahama won that constituency with just 74 votes.
Yes, because they padded the votes. You know, the MPP, they have appetite for rigging elections. So they were doing it. That is where the problem came from. But this time they won't get that appetite to rig. Because we'll catch them, like how we caught them with this. You remember when we were going to Akotia, Mawuena? Didn't they say they were leading us by 2,000 votes? Did you see the 2,000 votes when we went for the by-election? Did you see it? No, they didn't have those kind of things. They have been rigging elections. And we expose them. When we go for by-election, they will be exposed because they won't have that opportunity to do what they used to do. And the verdict of the people will come out clearly.
Is it not the machinery of the states that will come to bear when that rerun happens? The machinery of the states, the NPP accused you of bringing same to Akwetia. Already, Mr. Nyindam says you will do same, seek to bring everybody in government and begin to promise the people anew and all that. That is how they believe you are intending to go about it. That's why you are in a hurry for this rerun to happen.
Mawuena, I told you that as a political party, we are social democrats. You saw what we did at Akotia. You saw what we did at Akotia. And then everybody saw that we did our best and make sure that we did what is expected of us. So, for that one, I can assure you, we are not going to disturb the sanctity of the electoral process in order to benefit us. NDC will never double in that kind of way. I can assure you about it. We will make sure that the right thing is done. We won't use state machinery to coerce anybody like how our opponents used to do. You saw what happened at Akotia. It was free, fair, transparent. Everybody went about his business peacefully without any issues. So after that one, Mawuena, I can assure you.
And so going into this by-election, what is the plan for the NDC?
Oh, we've started planning. I mean, after that one, we've started planning assiduously towards the by-election. Since yesterday I arrived from Tamale, we've been putting our machinery in place. Our activities have been activated because we know no matter what the situation, they'll lose. They are going to lose the election. And the by-election will come. So that one there, we are ready for it.
There's a sentiment out there that, look, you have 188, is it 89 now? You have 189 seats. We haven't added the 4 independent candidates already who've decided to caucus for the majority. Without a doubt, you have the numbers to take whatever decision you want to take in the legislature. What is the hassle with wanting to take extra seats? This is beginning to enter the realms of greed and possibly intimidation of your opponent as well.
Mawuena, our parliamentary democracy talks about representation. I hope you are aware of that.
Yes.
It's about representation. The people will decide who should represent them in parliament, not electoral officers and crooked riggers who will now come and put themselves together and get people who are not qualified to represent the constituency to do so. That one they won't agree. It's about representation. So every constituency will get the person who they want to represent them. It has nothing to do with numbers. The good view of Panda has nothing to do with numbers. They are looking for someone who will represent them in parliament. And so if Panda people decided they want an NDC person to represent them, so be it. What do I have to do with numbers? It has nothing to do because the person is going to speak for Panda people. That is what we are looking for.
It's just about the numbers, but you have the numbers and 189. Surely the NPP said, look, out of respect for you, they weren't going to contest you in the Tamale seat. This will be a good time to say that, look, we will allow you to take this one.
To stop here. Let me tell you, they knew very well that they were not going to win Tamale seat. They were fearing humiliating defeat. That is why they ran away. And I'm still telling them, this Pandaya too, they should chicken out, because when they come there, they will get the worst defeat in their life in Kandai. No, we are not going to do that. We want the sanctity of our electoral process to be upheld, so that the people can decide who they want to lead them, not some crooked officers who decide for it. That one day we are not going to accept it. And that is why I'm saying that for us, we will do our homework well and go for the by-election. If our opponents want, they can continue fooling their people around. That's their cup of tea.
I heard the lawyer for your candidate, Nick Papo Samoa, make reference to the candidate, not the candidates, the official of the Electoral Commission in the collation process, and was arguing that, look, that person was a person of interest, and that for you as a party, you should be interested in having that official changed in the lead up to an election. What was the concern with the official in all of the court processes, and why are you being admonished to fight for his change? And are you even going to do that?
Now we are going to, there will be a decent IPAC meeting, and we'll raise the issues over there. The conduct of that returning officer and other officials were very bad. They were being brainwashed to rig the election for MPP. And they controlled to that. Because you could see in his face, when he was being cross-examined, you could see that the man was being compromised to do what he did. And so, should we allow such a person to go and conduct election in that constituency again if you are going for the by-election? Of course, no, the NDC will not accept this.
The minority is just issuing a statement. I'm just seeing their statement come through right now, where they are saying that the Pandai parliamentary election was conducted in a transparent and accountable manner. The results reflected the choice of the people. The minority caucus remains committed to the rule of law and believes that the appellate process will restore confidence in the democratic outcome delivered by voters of Pandai. They believe that he won the election. They are standing firm with him. And they make accusations that you in the NDC signed all pink sheets at every polling station across the constituency, confirming the accuracy of the results. And so why are you now in court secured this verdict and you are seeking to have him removed when you signed every pink sheet in the constituency?
Dismiss that statement with the contempt it deserves. Dismiss it completely.
Says your candidate refused to go to Tamale for the coalition as well.
Dismiss that one. Where were they? When were they were being cross-examined with all the evidence we produced in the court? Where were this? Where was this statement? What are they talking about? What are they talking about? Dismiss that statement. This is a propaganda statement. It has no value.
But did your agent sign the final?
No, we are not talking of party agents matter. This is about collation matter. We are talking of collation of results. Agents can sign at polling stations, and then when it comes to collation center, that's where they do all what they did. We are not talking of. I see that's why I said dismiss them. We are talking of collation of results. We are talking of polling stations.
So your pink sheets prove to you that you won the elections, but something else was done at the collation.
Problems. We are not even talking about that one. The 41, we have shown them evidence that because of the issue we raised at the collation center concerning those 41 polling stations with those bad results and other things, they ran away from that place because we were going to catch them one after the other. We are talking of collation. We are not talking of.
It says your candidate ran away or did not show up at the collation center. Reason
Who
why?
told them? We have a rep. The candidate was not our collation agent. We have collation agents there.
Well, I'm sure.
I'm catching up another program.
I'm sure we'll catch up later. That's Rashid Tanko Computer speaking to us. I wanted to pick his thoughts finally on the petition, but all through our conversation, I could get the sense there was a bit of urgency with which he had to proceed to other matters. He's wearing two hats: Deputy Director of Elections and IT for the NDC, as well as the GIFEC boss.
That's right.
The GIFEC boss. And so national duty calling and so he has to go. But we've heard him in his own words and speak to and also respond quickly to the minorities' latest release as well, saying that look, they are solidly behind Mr. Nyindam and they are unshaken and unwavering in his own words, and they believe that the appellate's jurisdiction of the courts will restore the victory.
We live to see. I think he said it all. The NPP also has their rebuttal. We wait to see if the legal processes will make any difference. But as it stands now, the ruling is that in 30 days, all roads lead back to Bandai. The elections concluded last year, but still, the action continues in 2025. Nearly a year later, will we be returning? Well, this is your election command center, so do expect us to keep you firmly
24 hours. Helen will be
Please relax. Relax.
We'll do 24 hours again, and Helen will be in studio. But we got to pick a few messages as well as we continue our conversations here on the 3FM Sunrise.
.7 3 FM. 92.7 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 3 FM.
This time we're not just chasing wins, we're collecting them, right? The Luckiest is back again, bigger and better, with chances to change your life. I will show you 2 easy ways to get in the game. The first is that you grab your phone, you dial *712#. You choose option 1 to buy a ticket for yourself, or option 2 to buy for somebody else. If you want the system to generate a lucky ticket for you, go with option 1 again. But if you prefer to choose your own ticket number, that's option 2. Confirm your payment with Momo and you're in. The online way, if you want to try this via the internet, as I would say, internet. Head to the luckiestafrica.com and register. Tap on community tickets to either pick your own lucky number or let the system choose one for you. You can buy a ticket for someone else as well. And when it's time to pay, use Momo if you're in the country, or pay with your card if you're abroad. One ticket can multiply your money by 500 times. Your entire community could win 10 times and over. This is your golden chance. Hop on, let's get lucky together, because luck is everywhere.
From the right source.
FM. 92.7 3 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 FM.
Okay, no, I don't want that anymore. I wonder if they have any deals on electronics. Is that included?
They'll have deals on
Mawuena, we are going. Well, this Friday.
This Friday. There's a weekend. It's the entirety of the weekend, actually. So they've dubbed it the Black Friday weekend.
Yes, please. Is there Black Friday deals on food as well?
No.
Say.
I think there's a food court at the Junction Mall.
Maybe there'll be some Black Friday. Get your wallets ready. We're going together against this new haircut of yours. And that will be right after the Moving Pick Classical Night. Oh la la.
This haircut is going to put me in so much trouble. But get ready for massive discounts. And when they say massive, they mean massive.
You, these viewers. straight to the point.
Massive discounts of up to 70% across your favorite shops. Shop big and dip and win exciting surprise giveaways and enjoy live music performances that will keep the energy high all weekend. Bring the entire family because there will be kids, fun pack activities, entertainment, and unbeatable deals everywhere you turn. This Black Friday weekend, choose a Junction Mall, your number one shopping and ultimate Christmas destination. Don't miss out. Shop, dip, win, and celebrate at the Junction Mall. The Junction Mall. Join, explore, shop, and enjoy.
I want to visit your lovely nest every day like a
3FM 92.7 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 3FM
All white party, right? That's the biggest end of year party in the country.
3FM 92.7 3FM
Oyalo. Are you ready? Because this December, the waves, the lights, and the music. You are listening to this Guilty Beats track. You should know what it will look like on the 28th, right? The 3FM All White Party Beach Edition. Can you imagine? Beach Edition, cool breeze and everything coming through. It's coming to the Labadi Beach Hotel, and this year we're turning Paradise into the biggest December shutdown of 2025. And we're not coming small, because the biggest of the biggest is coming. We're talking Stonebwoy, we're talking Kofi Kinata, and loads of surprise artists as well. So if you want to experience this night the right way, then you need a table. You can't do it any other way without a table. How can you come to All White Party and you are standing throughout? Please, let's get serious. 3 levels, 3 moods, 1 unforgettable night. There's platinum for the ones who don't do average. Private space, prestige, premium treatment. You know how the Ghanaians like it, right? I love a lot of premium. That's what we're offering with our platinum premium. Oh, relax, man. You know, we like it. Premium exclusivity.
Wow.
Exclusivity. There's a bit of exclusivity that comes with the platinum. Then we step it down a little for you, right? With a diamond table where luxury will meet energy. You know when they say luxury? You understand what luxury is? We'll Google the word luxury for you today. Then there is a gold. Bold, vibrant, and right in the heart of the party. Listen. We were having a conversation that you want to wait for the tables to be sold, and then you be saying, oh, do you still have tables? Oh, I want to come to the party. Please.
What happens at the gates every all white party is something so heartbreaking. You guys will wait when it's around 5 p.m., 6 p.m., and that's when you say everybody massing up looking for. Listen, when we say we're sold out, we're never joking. We're at full capacity. So when we tell you, every year we encounter the same thing, and I'll be passing, somebody will now grab my trouser.
Won't you give me a
that?
table?
Oh, Charlie.
You can't do this to me.
Book now, book now. You know the drill.
So here's how you can book. Call or WhatsApp us on this number, right now, because the 30 December day, it's just some days away. 053 220 0927. 053 220 0927. Book your table because the countdown has begun. 3FM All White Party, the beach edition, where paradise meets the party. We'll do this quick spot of commercials because some people are on the streets. We told you about that, and then there's a bit more in terms of development. There's been a busy news week, and it's already Tuesday, so you can imagine. Let's go for this quick break. When we return, we have a bit more in terms of the content for you. Stay with us.
92.7 3 FM. 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 92.7 3.
Where my colleague George Queenan is right now. So here on the 3FM Sunrise. 30 minutes to the top of the hour. And there's a lot of talk. Like I was saying, it's been a very, very busy news week, actually, I have to be honest, because even on the frontage of the NPP, outside of this entire talk about Banda, something has caught Helen's attention, and she's been wanting to talk about it in terms of the flag bearer race of the NPP. Do you mind sharing with listeners what it is? Like, as I try and see if I can pull up that sound bite for you just quickly.
I know which sound bite you're referring to, but of course, January 2026 is right around the corner. In fact, next Monday we enter December, so the run-up to the NPP's flag bearership race is well and truly upon us. But NPP flag bearer hopeful Ken Ohene-Agyapong has stated that while he has endured insults silently for the sake of the party unity, the day he chooses to speak will prove that there are real men in this party. He says a lion may remain calm for the sake of unity, but it fears no one. You know, lion, Jata. Mm-hmm. He says, I have endured the insults, I have endured the attacks in silence, but the day I choose to speak, you will know that there are real men. There are men, but you will know that there are real men in this party. Ken Ohene-Agyapong, NPP flag bearer hopeful. So if you thought things had been a little bit quiet on his end, here's a small update for you. He says he's remained silent, endured the insults, he's endured the attacks, but the day he decides to speak out, you'll know. It will be fire for everybody. I was just trying to see if I can get the soundbite, but I'm struggling to connect and I'll do that. I'll still do that. But I mean, that race is picking up quite some interest. Some of the hopefuls, I'm not hearing from them. I'm only hearing from about 3 of the hopefuls. Have they given up hope? Is it gone from hopeful to hopeless? What's going on? It's a serious question I'm asking.
Someone says he wants a debate and you're saying, has it gone?
We had hopefuls. Now the hope is not full. The hope is reducing.
How do you want it to be?
Have you heard from Mr. Duchum? Have you heard from him in this race? Meanwhile, he has filed his processes, he has paid his money, but I'm not getting that vein from him. So far, it's really been Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, Kennedy Ohene-Agyapong, and even Brian Achampon. I'm hearing more from Brian Achampon. Engineer Agyapong, not so much, but he's calling for a debate. Maybe if he gets it, we'll hear him more forcefully. But Mr. Duchum, I'm not hearing. Who is the one more I've left out? I'm not hearing from him at all. Who is in his corner as far as the campaign is concerned?
Brian was one who was speaking.
Yes. Even behind the scenes, picking intel here and there that he's still quite active, at least as far as the delegates are concerned. Others, maybe they are working behind the scene. Have you gone from hopeful to not so hopeful to hopeless? We want to know.
Perhaps it's just a case of we want to meet the delegates on the ground and not talk much.
Okay, that's also a strategy, because really it's in the hands of the delegates. It's got nothing really to do with you or I. But at least let's see some keche, behind the scenes kakra, in front of the scenes kakra, so that we also have your buy-in. After all, after you've met with the delegates, your next step is with us, the electorate. So let's see something. Kennedy Oneje says, if you try something, you see something. She said, don't say something. You see something.
You're overly excited. You're overly excited about what appears to be a buzz boost because you enjoy it far too much.
Oh, no. I mean, I'm not here for that. We've spoken at length about why it's important for there to be a strong opposition. Sometimes, these things just come to tickle us a little bit. But for the NPP, this is very serious business, especially as they head to this flag bearership race. What happens next is going to be very defining for the party. The idea is that this particular flag bearer is going to be that catalyst for change, be the glue to hold this party together. Because listen, if the MPP is distracted, we can't get them to do what they really need to do, which is to keep government on its toes. And we can't have that. As citizens, we don't see everything. You need a strong opposition to watch them like a hawk, so that nothing goes on our blind side.
The hawk.
We need them to watch like a hawk. But if they are also distracted doing, bass, if you talk, I won't talk. If you talk, you see the lion and here and there. I mean, who's going to watch them like a hawk? So we want them to, quickly re-strategize so that we don't miss anything at all. So that the NDC doesn't think that this is going to be a free ride. We need them on their toes. Hot, accountable at all times. That is my main interest. But of course, along the way, if we are furnished with a bit of, here and there, a bit of hot here and there, we'll take it. Our job is just to report it.
You don't amputate. You don't reject.
They say if you say something, me too, I'll say something.
You don't reject any of the buzz.
When you see something, say something. We watch this space again keenly, but that's what caught my eye this morning. Although under that post, supporters of his are not happy that he's been quiet at all. They say he's been too lenient in allowing some of these attacks to go unanswered. They want him to respond there and then, but we'll talk about that later.
Let's try and engage Professor Smart Sapong on this matter that has piqued your interest. Perhaps you want to speak to him, but Mr. Ohene Japong, very strong words, and I'm on his Twitter page right now, and in one of such instances, it says, "A lion may remain calm for the sake of unity." I think that's what piqued your interest.
That was the one.
He says, "You cannot rush to concede defeat before counting is done and cause our MPs to lose seats, then expect leadership again. Not today, not tomorrow." Some of the commentary from him in the lead up to the elections. Prof, I appreciate you speaking to us this morning. It's looked like things had gone quiet a bit, but Mr. Japon is back again and is looking very feisty in the last few days with his commentary. You expect the party to want to intervene in one way or the other, or things should remain the way it is?
Right. Good morning to your good self and to the team and to our cherished listeners. I think once it is a party with leadership, we would expect leadership to intervene. It looks like both camps, all the camps, if not the main two, are playing the victim to the very things they themselves are doing. You realize when things started, the Bawumia camp was playing the victim to Ken's team attacks. They would come up with things that they feel is to the person of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. They complained, and it looked like they were playing the victim and Ken's side were the ones attacking. Then it gets to a point where the Ken side also begins to bring out evidence to the effect that their camp is also being attacked. And so they also play the victim. This particular stage we are has come up after a seemingly quite quiet period, maybe 2 months of those blame games and attacks were gone. And unfortunately, we are getting to another heated point. It's expected as we inch towards the date, but we would want the leadership, especially that committee they set up. If you remember, they set up a committee to monitor and kind of control the campaign and those things. That committee, if it still exists, should try and step in immediately. As for actions and inactions of people, if they have the chance, they will do something different, or perhaps if they are convinced by what they did, they would maintain. You don't change a winning team. So, for example, if Dr. Bawumia feels that his early concession was negative to the effort of the party in winning 2024 elections, he would have to reflect along with the entire party leadership to see whether, given the opportunity again, he would want to concede early or wait till whatever time suitable to concede. And then for Ken to use that one as a campaign, it depends on the angle he is looking at it. But from where I sit, the question I keep asking myself is, if you lose an election, all right, is it the time of concession that determines your loss, or irrespective?
His argument is that the concession was too early and it caused them to lose additional seats, because if your candidate has gone in very early and say, "Oh, I've lost the election," and then that's the belief that, look, that early concession caused them to lose extra seats which they shouldn't have lost.
Yes. So then you ask yourself. So we started the Fourth Republic with separate elections, parliamentary separate, presidential separate, and for good reasons we decided to bring the two together, but just on the same day. All right. So the parliamentary election occurs separately from the presidential election, only that it occurs at the same day, on the same day. So I don't think the two are the same. And if I'm a parliamentary candidate in the constituency, and I'm even the most caring or loving person to the presidential candidate, I don't think I would love the presidential candidate's vote and protect it better than my own vote. All right? And I'm speaking like a human. I mean, I would want to pay more attention to mine. In the instance I can't pay equal attention, I would pay more attention to mine if I was a parliamentary candidate, even than the presidential candidate. So, and usually they finish counting. They count both. So both numbers are protected at the polling stations before it moves into collation. And so the impression that the members of parliament could not pay more attention to DS and paid more attention to the president's own, the presidential candidate's own. And so by the time they came back to DS, it was too late to salvage. Reality would want to contest that, because I mean, I'm speaking as me. If I'm ever a parliamentary candidate and my presidential candidate's vote is there, mine is there, I don't think I would pay less attention to mine as compared to that which I'll pay to. But I mean, the summary is that for me, irrespective of when you concede defeat, victory is victory, and then a loss is a loss. The lesson or the education we must put out there in public is that the process leading to the election must be taken as important and as serious as the election day's activities. So that if you do all that you need to do and the people come to vote for you and recount the votes at the polling station and you have won, you have won. And if it comes to protecting the votes from the polling station to the coalition center, if any parliamentary candidate is unable to protect both, I am sure the excuse will not be I protected the presidential candidate's vote more than my vote. And so when he conceded, I returned to my vote and I was already taken away or something. So for me, that's how I look at it. But the committee, as you mentioned, should be up and doing. Coming events usually will cast
their shadows, yeah.
And if you don't hold it at this early stage, it might degenerate into something else.
I will just have you hold the line for us and take a listen to some of the things that he had to say at Takwan Swaim. Yes, yesterday we've seen videos of it, and then perhaps we'll see if there is really an emergency meeting that should be organized by that committee, the presidential primary committee, or not. Just stay with us.
Unity, everybody But I don't know pursue the one. One man said yes, and now our party. Tawai, Musari, Unko Tuaba, Yankade Abeni. What's it? I concede. Now MPs are losing one seat. Musia and Sampam. Young from Mawuena, young from Mawuena.
So that just brief excerpt, really, Prof, of some of the things that he's had to say. There's a bit more, but I'm sure when we're done with our conversation with you, which excites Helen, we'll get into it. So you say that they should be taking interest in these, but for far too long, Prof, you and I can admit on this one that there's been a reactionary approach to an extent to some of the commentary and the conversations which have surrounded the process. Even some weeks ago, there was an entire haggle about whether or not proxies should be allowed, even though a decision had been taken that proxies were not going to be allowed. It looks like that firmness or that firm nature with which decisions ought to be taken and things ought to be done has been missing for quite a while, and it's allowing for all of these things to fester.
Yeah, partly right. But I think the relook at the no proxy vote decision was as a result of a petition submitted by, I think, the foreign branches or one of the foreign branches or something. And the committee had to sit on the petition and determine whether they were going to vary their earlier decision or maintain. And they came out to maintain the earlier decision. But, I mean, maybe it is just for peace sake or consensus sake. That's why they will admit such petitions after a decision has been made. But, I mean, all is well and good. They have maintained their earlier decision. The chaos would have been more if they had changed their earlier stand. So, for me, it's a process. They would want to manage it delicately so that it doesn't affect any camp to disturb the sanctity of the outcome they will be expecting by 31st. My advice goes again to that committee, which is supposed to check that peace or camps are not attacked or sanity prevails in the process. They are being reactionary, and I agree with you if you say they are being reactionary. They should be proactive rather, instead of waiting for things to go out before they come and respond. Because if it is true that people are insulting Ken, then what has been their position on it or statement? If so has been issued, we would have seen some in the public domain. But now Ken is the one complaining that the lion has been sleeping and people have been attacking the lion. And the day they disturb the lion, the lion gets up. And we all know what the lion can do when he gets up. Eric, you know, you and I know. So that committee should be a little proactive so that the lion doesn't get awakened to roar. If it roars, we all know what can happen. So that is it. But I think, again, the camps must be properly advised. The leaders must advise their side. This thing, no A, no vote, no this, no that, I think it doesn't foster unity at the end of the day. Just stay with the issues. The last time I heard one of the campaigners for Ken, Madame Natoshi, also firing from several angles. I mean, let's stick to the issues, all right? Once you stay with the issues, the delegates are wise. The delegates, whoever they are wise. They might not be as literate as some of them are. They might be in the hinterlands and villages, but at least we trust that once they are delegates, their decision is the decision of God or the decision of the party. And at the end of the day, if they love their party, they may want to come together and unite. So the blame game and this is that and this one is that, those things, is not part of the issues. Three things must feature in any internal election campaign. Number one is what you intend to do for the very party you seek to lead. And you may have the opportunity to review what has happened in the past and what you would do separately if given the opportunity to come and lead. Very important. Then the second thing they must try and do, once they are an opposition party, they must take the opportunity, meeting their delegates, to brief the delegates on the performance of the sitting government. This time, not the good ones, the bad ones, because, I mean, it is not the duty of opposition to praise the sitting government. Draw out some of the inertia or the negatives of this government. Maybe their inability to fight Galamsey as they promised. Maybe the challenge of insecurity in some parts of the country. Maybe this, maybe that. You identify those that the people are meeting will appreciate. And then you discuss with them for them to know that, oh, it is not all gone. Like the NDC is not doing too much that we can't come to power if we unite and fight. Oh, there's still some hope. We can do this and do this because we are not doing this thing right, doing that one right. When you do that, you energize your already broken people, because the defeat in the past was quite weak. It can bring the party spirit down. So you take that opportunity to ignite their spirit. And then the last one is some ideas that you think you can have to better the entire Ghana if you become the leader. Because, I mean, for the NDC and the MPP, once you become flag bearer, there is some high opportunity of you becoming the president. So 3 things. Something for Ghana. And sometimes we hear some of them saying some nice things. I don't know why they have deviated from those things and they are going astray. For example, Ken said when he comes, he's going to make some regions take
food baskets and all of
food
that.
Baskets. Yeah, and those things. Fantastic. All right. Then Dr. Bawumia would say, when I come, I will do a constituency-based budget, and then maybe appoint 10 people from each constituency, those things. I mean, some of these things can lead.
Those are the conversations they should be having.
They should be having.
Prof, appreciate you speaking to us this morning on such short notice. I'm sure we'll come to you again in the course of the event and the conversations.
Anytime, my brother.
As Professor Smart Sapon is a political scientist speaking to us this morning, I'm just going to have Helen listen to a bit more in terms of the gospels for the morning, and then we can do birthdays. Because today we have tons of birthday messages.
Oh, fantastic.
Which we should be running through.
Good morning is on 92.7, Sunrise on 3 FM.
Western region, they've come in their numbers. Those young ones, they don't want to come. It's their problem. Yabeti Western region is your. For 17 seats, I got 2. 17 seats, I got 2. Fabia, any woman is so. Fabia, any woman is so. 17 seats, I got 2. Fabia, any woman is so. Woman say, I'm in the region. I want to see a man who will stop me. No man born of a woman can stop me. And I'm propaganda. When the propaganda, yeah, fuck off this is for Nigeria City, man. When the propaganda, yeah, Nigeria City, man. 10 years new woman. When the ammonia being Nancy 31st, the 2 members are not a back. And no one knows and we are not to grow, no go to number. And money are done a force on open. Not MPP and Sabra power. Or we are all catching on say. Obey you, be a free, not on the
best in the morning is on 92.7, Sunrise on 3 FM.
And deliver back to the funeral on the about 20 and the referee. So I'm limiting your winning announcement. A woman who was a property, Copacho said, see, you know, the Mama Yalusuno, constituency executive, animal for my MP. You should bow down your head and shake. So I'm your Lucy City. We are not the broker. Come on, wake up, be bold, don't be afraid of anybody. We will take the part. We will take the part. and run it better than what they did. I mean, Nipa Bakupo, Obayo, who are here more, and now who are the Neska, and you know that I'm not going now. Who are here more? Obiane master, pay for